Have you heard of the Epic of Gilgamesh? So this is a statue of Gilgamesh.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the podcast Never Sleeps. I'm Cameron. With me always is Jared. What's up, Jared?
Hey, everybody! Welcome back to the show. I'm excited for this episode. Thank you for the
Me
wait.
too. Yeah, appreciate you.
Hanging around with us.
But, dude, I'll tell you what. We got the goods today. We got a lot of good stuff. We got a lot of fun stuff. We got a lot of really important stuff.
What are you talking about today?
So, when I say important, I mean important. I mean, we're talking about Terrence Howard's appearance on JRE.
Oh, this is going to be fun to talk about.
Dude!
Especially if you haven't seen it.
I pray that most of you haven't, because
That's great.
let us be your guide in this journey to the
and then watch it
obscene.
later and be like, oh, wow, these guys really nailed it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Watch it later and be like, wow, dude, these guys are so fucking good. Yeah. What do you got?
So we all know who Captain America is, right? Everybody in the world knows Captain America. Yes, you are a big fan. And most of us know his backstory. He was a super soldier created during World War II to fight. He was going to be one of many super soldiers. Has the military and militaries around the world tried to create real super soldiers throughout history? What about today? I'm going to answer that question, and I promise you the answer to this question is astonishing. So that's what we're going to get into later.
I love it.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, everyone in the chat, everyone watching after the fact, we appreciate you. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoy anything that you see in this video. And also, we do chapters. We do chapters. So, if you want to skip ahead, you want to go back, hey, let's go hear about the real Captain America Super Soldier program. Then let's jump ahead and watch Cast on Blast. And watch Cameron blast Terrence Howard or respect him.
Who knows what we're going to do with that?
I'm gonna talk shit.
No,
it's pretty incredible.
Fair enough.
It's insane. But let's jump in, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Woo! Man, I got my disappointed face on. You like the end of Loki season 2?
Yeah.
Him with the green time. It sounds like something I would make up. It really does.
A ghost, a ghoul, a goblin, a monster, a werewolf.
Went on and wrote in the comments. I was gonna say that came out great.
You're off to a great start.
Yeah. We got some fun stuff planned today. We got some goods. As I say, we got the goods, man. I don't lie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie to you guys. So, Jared, first of all, I want to ask you, have you seen any fun, good, or bad movies lately? Anything exciting?
Dude, Madam Webb, which
Jesus.
I think was in theaters a few days ago. Just got released
couple hours ago,
for free. Yeah, just got released for free finally. I can't remember what platform it's on. I think Hulu, actually, which is also a bad sign. So it's free on Hulu. I watched it. I know everyone said it was horrible, horrific. You're not going to like it.
Disagree.
I watched it, and I really felt this could have been a good movie.
Oh, could have. Yeah.
It's just not a good movie.
Like
and
at all?
I'm easy to please
Very.
when it comes to superhero films. Very easy to please. Just make it fun. Just give me some fun, exciting moments. This movie, I thought it was overdubbed. I thought it was filmed in like Japanese and that they had to overdub the English. And I'm like, that's weird for such a big like Hollywood film.
Because they did had to do a bunch of dubbing.
That sucks.
Yeah, so they had to. I'm not even going to do a Marvel Minute because this doesn't deserve to be under the umbrella of a Marvel Minute. But dude, so they did have to actually.
Okay.
They had to change up the storyline because it seemed problematic that this man was chasing after all these women,
Young children at the time. Yeah, they're like 16. Yeah.
And killed, and like the motivation was like fleshed out in a way where he was just like evil, and that's that. And then so they had to make it more team like, I need to find a cure. I don't know, whatever they made up for
they
it.
created super spiders that are not Oscorp super spiders, right?
Dude, so unique. What a good concept.
Yeah, so it was like this Amazonian spider that would give you all of Spider-Man's powers. Obviously not the webbing, because they have to make web shooters, except for, what's his name?
Except for Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Maguire.
Did they say at one point at the beginning of the movie, overdubbed, while showing her back or something, did the woman who was, I'm assuming, her mom,
yes,
when she's searching for the spiders,
Mom
say something to the effect of, these spiders are miracle spiders. They can cure blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, we know. That's why we're out in the Amazon with you, you dumb asshole.
This spider has special properties that can heal a bunch of diseases. We find out later in the film why it was so important to her for her to find it. But there's a legend that there's these spider people out in the Amazon forest that have the ability to crawl up all. This is the first 5 seconds of the film.
Yeah.
But every scene that the villain is in, you never see his lips match up with the words, or you don't see him talk at all.
This is what it looks like. Ready?
I can't wait to get my hands on that spider. It's gonna give me the power I've always been searching for. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what it is.
To that effect.
Or it's him not talking at all. And they hide his face like in a dark shadow.
I love it.
And it's just him, but he's supposed to be talking. But so that's why I thought it was overdubbed. I was like, did they hire an actor that didn't speak English for this role? Like, why did they need him if he couldn't do the
lines? Yeah. They changed the entire plot.
No, it's just overdubbed. It's
changed
so bad, dude. It's so bad. So that ruins it for me. I don't even like watching movies that are overdubbed because of that. I don't like it. It's too much for me to like try and. I just don't like when it doesn't match up.
Yeah.
Even if like my TV's freezing a little and the words aren't matching up because of buffering.
Next, moving on.
I don't want that.
No, I get it.
The whole film is this, except for the girls scenes. Those are all fine. It's just the villain.
Yeah.
Never moves his mouth.
That's what they changed. Yeah.
So sucks.
Or moves his mouth out of sync.
Dude, they could have done so many cool things, and you're expecting to see a bunch of Spider Girls, and they don't.
And
appear.
they show in the trailer, they show the Spider Girls in all their different spider
uniformed out, doing their powers.
Is it a dream sequence?
That's not in the film at all. You don't see them at all. They don't use their powers.
What is that shot though?
Good question. Go watch the movie, and you'll find out what it is.
It's a premonition of them, his murder.
One day, this might be their future. That's what, dude. Sorry if I'm ruining this
You're not
for
ruining
you. It's not possible to ruin it.
The writers ruined it. Yeah,
it's just a poor film,
dude.
I can't even say it's a fun ride. I can't tell you that. I'm so they marketed it as the one that brings all the movies together, that connects all the webs to all of the greatest movies ever made. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. We got the new Spider.
You know what movie did that? That was the best.
What?
The most misleading shit was the Marvels. It was like, Thanos wiped everything out, but now we're here. You have nothing to do with any of this shit. You guys are off. God knows what. Dancing on Singing Planets. Real quick.
Dancing on what? Oh, Singing Planets.
Singing Planets. Where they
Glee part of the movie.
the Glee planet.
Yeah.
You know what I was just thinking? And it's actually a funny thought. I was like, damn, I wish I'm tired. I'm drinking coffee. I wish I had more energy. And I'm like, who do I wish I had the energy of?
Oh, right? I was like, do we have a sponsor? Or are you about to sell a product?
Monster Energy drink. No,
I'm like, whoa, when did this happen?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You'd be in on that. But,
I know.
That'd be funny to spring that on you. It's a terrible deal. I fucked it up. Yeah. We got nothing.
Blue Chew.
Yeah. Your dick not hard? Yeah. Blue Chew.
Yeah. Well, they sponsor every show. That's why. It's like even Marvel shows. They're talking about like superheroes, and then they take a break about.
Is your dick soft? Yeah.
If you watch this type of content, you must need this.
Yeah. Even though you're not having sex, this is just to jerk off.
Yeah.
But no. So I wish I had the energy of, and this was what came to mind.
Go ahead.
The guy from Training Day.
Okay.
You ever gotten your shit pushed in?
Oh, that
dude,
guy.
because he's so like at an 11. Yeah, constantly.
That's like his only scene though, right?
Yeah,
so he's like in the trailer, like just getting amped up for that moment.
Yeah. You get your.
The whole thing is.
He did it like multiple different ways though. He did it like Shakespearean, like, have you gotten your.
Could you imagine the director seeing that part? He being like,
Antoine Fuqua.
That's really not what I was thinking for this character. I was thinking more like a prison scene. No. I believe if I do it this way,
he's
it'll really sell
British
the emotion of the
Shakespearean actor. Have you ever gotten your shit?
Yeah. We're not gonna go there.
I already did.
Yay, JB! Welcome to the chat. I'm glad you're excited.
Can we just say real quick? Don't palm face hand whatever emoji me, okay? You can't silence me.
Can't.
So I just want to say everyone in the chat from given life to Chase, to D Livewire, to Happy Teacher Mom, to Tina.
Oh, yeah, the crew.
You guys, you're the crew, man.
You're the crew.
You're the crew. I don't know if we. I feel like I don't know. Do we thank them enough? I don't know if we do. You guys rock.
Thank you.
You make Tuesdays the best day of the week.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah. It's like hanging out with our fun friends and talking about fun stuff.
And
Every week.
stay alive in the chat because that's my favorite part of the show is what
It's
you guys
true.
have to say.
Me too.
So, you want to start jumping into the goods, my boy?
Yeah, we can.
All right.
So I want to start off talking about what I mentioned earlier, super soldiers.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, something. There's
The
gotta be
one
a-
time
I figured you had something.
I got you, buddy.
So, I mean, super soldiers, the idea of a super soldier, it goes way back through history. Even Alexander the Great. It goes further back before him. But the idea of making your soldiers somehow more powerful than the other army's soldiers by methods of chemicals, usually. Like Alexander the Great's army, they were addicted to opium.
Nice.
And they would use because it would numb the pain, and they could fight for longer, and they could march longer, and then get into battle, and so it goes
So the first super soldiers were just junkies,
right.
Dope.
In fact, super soldiers for generations and generations
We're still junkies.
We're all addicts. Yeah, sadly enough, it's a constant theme. So in even before World War I, we had the Prussian-France war.
Yeah.
And that war ended so fast, way faster than anybody thought, because the Prussian soldiers were being given hardcore drugs to keep them fighting. And they were able to stay up all day and all night.
And stabbed. Here's
Yeah.
some meth. Yeah, it's like,
Pretty
now I'm just
much.
awake and stabbed and shot.
Pretty much. Stalin had super
Here's
soldier
morphine.
programs. It always had to do with, some sort of painkiller mixed with some sort of stimulant, mixed with some sort of and a lot of this stuff was over the counter at the time.
But you know what? Not over the counter is Blue Chew.
The tar plug. So World
By
War
the way, Blue Chew hit us up.
World War II, that's Captain America's time frame, right?
Yeah.
So this is where experimentation starts happening. Human experimentation to create actual super soldiers
In the comics.
in the real world. So I'm talking all real world now. No comics at all. So the Germans were doing human experimentation, and we know they were doing it on people that were unwilling participants.
Horrible.
And this is what they would do. They would find the weakest, the most starved, the ones just right on the edge of collapse, and they would bring them all in a room, and then they would inject them with these serums to see which would work the best. And it was usually a cocktail of meth and some sort of opium or opioid of some kind.
Yeah. Guaranteed to stop your heart. Here you go, kids.
And so once they give it to these guys, though, they would throw 20 kilos on their back. These are guys that are barely able to stand. They haven't slept, right? They haven't
Emaciated,
eaten.
tired,
They would pump this stuff in them, and then all of a sudden they were carrying 20 kilos, and they would make them march for 24 hours in a circle.
Okay, so humane behavior.
Disgusting, right?
Jesus.
And the soldiers would even have to take shifts watching them march for 24 hours straight. But they went from being able to not even stand to carrying 20 kilos and marching for 24 hours straight. Though I'm talking the weakest of the weak. Yeah. So it worked. This little cocktail they put together, they called it D9. And this was a mix of meth, opium, which actually they had their own version of Oxycontin at the time. So meth, Oxycontin, and what was the cocaine?
Oh, nice. Now the D9, I think that's in Mountain Dew also, right?
Probably. So the coca plant's a big one. That was like a discovery that the Germans made based on legends in South America. The South Americans had these tales of the coca plant that would give you the ability to heal faster. It would prevent disease. It would give you sharper
Adamantium
vision.
skeleton. Oh.
It would get, everything but, right? You would get... your brain could react faster. You could march for longer and fight harder. You could be stronger. And it worked. And even Adolf himself was on this cocktail every single day. He had a doctor. Guess what the doctor's name is?
What?
Dr. Morale.
No way.
Yeah.
That's ironic.
So exactly. So his Dr. Morale, before Adolf made any important decision, he needed Dr. Morale to come give him his injection. That's how deep he was.
Oh, I know all about that. Yeah,
Okay.
I know all about that.
Yeah.
His injections. Yeah.
Yeah, go
dude.
for it.
I just heard stories about it. He had to take a plane flight. They waited on the tarmac for hours because he said, "I'm not fucking going
He
on this
won't
plane."
do anything.
Yeah, he wouldn't. No, literally.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. And he's like, "I'm not taking off, and we're not going anywhere until I get my goddamn injection."
And this was a problem because he was giving it to all of his soldiers. And all of his soldiers became extreme addicts who needed this cocktail to just get up in the freaking morning. And then they would run them ragged while they were on this cocktail, this D9. So this was kind of the early super soldier serum.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of chemicals that would keep you stimulated. So that's where the amphetamine part came in.
cocaine, yeah.
It would dull pain. That's where the Oxycontin and morphine part of it came into. And then they would give them what was the third one? No, it was
cocaine, meth, and
cocaine.
opium disease.
So the cocaine would give them the ability, the sharper eyesight, the quicker brain response and reaction during a high stress situation.
What would?
The coca plant.
Really?
Because I don't know if we can say some of these words.
Yeah. Oh, too late.
It's too
But
late, yeah.
I thought cocaine just made you talk more at parties. Is that not true?
No, apparently it gives you, a lot of energy. Yeah. And
Carrying
imagine
20
mixing that
tons.
with methamphetamines and so, yeah.
Dude, cocaine. Yeah, C mixed with M mixed with O.
Yes. Yeah, and
Their
that's what would
bodies are like,
happen. So the human experimentation would cause heart attacks. After the 24 hours of marching, they would just die.
Well, remember Sparks? There was the energy drinks with alcohol in them. I know they still have like something like that.
Yeah.
Remember they got banned because you can't have a
Oh,
stimulant.
yeah, it was giving heart attacks.
It was people
You're
were
right.
dying, dude. Because you can't do a stimulant and a depressant at the same time. Your heart's like, which direction do I go? It's insane.
I love the chat right now. So give it
I know,
life.
please read
he
that
goes,
shit. I know.
He says they need to, or so Chase Mack says they got to make a vitamin like that, a little bit of vitamin D9.
I saw that.
And then Give It Life said that sounds like a Puff Daddy party.
Jeez.
That's the best chat
Did you
so far.
Did you see what he said though? He said, GL said, they put so much stuff in my body when I was at basic training.
Oh,
I
dude.
cannot tell you half the shit they put in me.
Right. So these types of methods have continued. I'm just at World War II.
Yeah.
Japan in World War II, they had what was this one called? Benzedrine. So they had Benzedrine, which is just another form of. It makes me think of that song too.
Yeah.
So that's another form of amphetamines, and they tested it on their soldiers. It gave them sharper and faster.
Crazy.
And so they
Reflexes
gave
and
it to
shit, yeah.
everybody. Yeah. So their whole army was addicted to Benzedrine. But here's the other side
Dude, by
effect
the
of
way-
these cocktails. Oh, go
No,
ahead.
I was just gonna say how dope are Fall Out Boy. Their lyrics are so good. They're talking
That
about
song is
Benzedrine.
about Iraq's, the Iraq War.
Gene.
Yeah.
Dude, there's this song by Say Anything about the and maybe that'll get past the YouTube.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And
Is he speaking German?
Yeah.
Like the algorithm's even confused.
Yeah. That's how the algorithm sounds. But just so clever. Just but anyway, this band Say Anything has this song about that thing, and I never realized it. I heard the song, I was singing all the lyrics, and not
Oh,
realizing.
yeah. The
this
song's
is
got a
about-
very deep meaning.
They
Say
won't
war,
let me
his father.
take you. Yeah, and it's like
That song. That's a good song.
dude,
yeah.
it's so good. But anyway, go on.
No, what's the really good one, dude? The one where she waves the white flag, but he shoots at her anyway.
Oh, Hero
Flag
of War.
white as snow. That's
Hero of War by Rise Against.
So we
Boy.
had during the Iraq-Afghanistan conflict, we had a lot of like the 1970s and 60s had that anti-war music movement.
Yeah.
We had that in the early 2000s with the Afghanistan.
He said,
conflict.
"Son, have you seen the world?"
What a great song! Hero
What's
of
the next
War.
line? Yeah. Have you seen the world?
What would you say if I said that you could? Yeah, he's a recruiter. Oh, man.
so good.
Check that song out if you don't know.
Yeah, Hero of War by
Yeah.
Rise Against.
So
Great.
these stimulants, D9 that the Germans were using and Benzedrine that the Japanese were using, they had a side effect to them other than just extreme addiction.
It has to fuck with your head.
Yes, it did. It made them very cold. It took away empathy.
Yeah.
So they would be able to do things to other human beings that they probably wouldn't have normally done.
The perfect soldier. What do you want?
Yeah.
You want high functioning.
Yep.
You want
they called them zombie
quick
soldiers.
reflex. I know. I've heard the zombie soldier stories. You want quick reflexes.
Yep.
You want no emotion. You know,
Yep.
RoboCop, right?
Able to fight through pain,
Yep.
bullet wound,
Yep.
don't even notice it. Yeah.
Just Terminators. Yeah.
That's what they were trying to create. So there is a lot of truth to the World War II super soldier programs. That's what this human experimentation was for.
In any of your research, did you look back before World War II? Like, was there like ancient China where they like giving each other like opium
so
cocktails?
The
or
South
like
Americans would use the coca plant.
Sure.
The Roman Empire used opium plants. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, poppy plants. Sorry.
Yeah.
They would use poppy plants. So yes, they were always trying to find a way to numb pain and keep you awake longer to fight harder. And increase strength, things like that. Which,
if you're a government, why? Of course you would do that, right?
Yeah.
Without morality.
Yeah. Every military.
You'd hire a Dr. Moral to
Dr. Morale, yeah.
morale, whatever.
And so, I mean, this obviously had major implications, and
Sure,
it could
Jesus
have
Christ.
been the reason why they were so cruel, or they had no fear of death in a lot of cases. We know that Japanese soldiers would rather self-delete as long as they can take you with them. That's it. I mean, that's wild stuff.
Wild stuff,
Man. Right?
fools
So
are nuts.
I found these types of serums, chemical enhancements, interesting. But what if there was another kind of super soldier using genetic mutation? Have you heard of this?
Using genetic mutation, like a Spider-Man? What are we, like a mutant? Like, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? So I have a video here, and this kind of will set the stage. This first video, can we create genetically engineered superheroes? We're going to start getting into genetic, and this is what they did to Captain America. At the genetic level, they enhanced him. That's why he grows 10 inches, and he's all of a sudden this big muscle man.
Yeah.
Is because they changed his actual genetic makeup.
I know the things they did to him.
Is
now,
that
it's just
possible?
Crazy.
Can we do it? Are we doing it? Are other governments doing it? Let's answer this question right now. So we'll start with this video.
No. The answer's no. Sorry. All right. This video right here.
This one right here.
Let's go. What do we got here?
Right from the beginning.
Someday to create Would it be possible someday to create superheroes using genetic engineering? In the comic book X-Men, superheroes carry the X gene, which gives them their mutant abilities. Such a gene doesn't exist in humans, as is purely fictional. Humans, however, do possess skills that appear to be like superhuman abilities. For example, Tim Dreyer of Johannesburg, South Africa, has a genetic mutation that makes his bones denser than normal. Scott
Interesting.
Flansburgh from New York is described as a human calculator with the ability to calculate numbers in his head at a lightning speed. Stephen Pete of Washington State has a genetic mutation in the SCN9A gene and subsequently doesn't feel any pain. Veronica Seider of
I
Stuttgart,
hate that.
Germany, is believed to have
That's
the
a
best
scary one.
eyesight in
Those
the
are the
world.
cool
She's
eyes.
able to identify individuals from a mile away.
A mile!
Despite the rarity of these mutations, there could be a chance to deliberately introduce genetic mutations into humans.
Stop
For
there.
instance, a
So,
26
listen to what he just said. There are people, just like in the X-Men lore, that are born with genetic mutations.
An X gene. yeah.
That give them special abilities. This guy's a human calculator. This person can run for miles and his body never gets tired.
Yeah.
This guy can see a mile away.
Think about that. I mean, all of them.
Yeah.
But think about that. Seeing and recognizing a face from a mile away.
That's amazing,
Dude, can I tell you a quick anecdote?
Yeah.
I didn't realize I needed glasses about a little over 2 years ago.
I knew you needed glasses at a very young age. I had recognized that as a problem. Just so you know, like when we were growing up.
Fuck yeah, because I had perfect vision, and that's
Well-
why I passed driving tests, and that's why I never had
I'm
to
not
get glasses.
saying it was like you were blind. I'm saying I remember when we were kids.
I couldn't read
and
street
we would-
signs or something, you
Exactly.
fucking
We would
prick.
drive in the car, and I would tell you, "This is that street." You'd be like,
I'm like,
"How?
what are you talking
how
about?
can
No,
you
it's not."
read that from here?" And I'm like,
You do have better vision than normal though. I
I
had
do.
20/20.
Yeah.
You had like dumb
when I was a kid,
something.
they measured it at 20/10, I think they call it. It's where you see things at 20 feet away as if they're 10 feet away. So I do have good, like really exceptional vision. But I don't feel like the distances that we were at when you couldn't read street signs were my special eyes. I think it was just you needed glasses.
Here for your special eyes. Do you remember that commercial for contacts?
No, that's funny.
Oh yeah. She's like, I can't wear normal contacts. I have special eyes. And she's like, look with your special eyes.
Oh, that's
it's a new
okay,
brand.
yeah,
Yeah,
I do
1-800
kinda remember
contacts
that.
or some shit. Yeah.
So that's interesting. So if we can identify what genes need to be manipulated to give people these abilities, and then go do that, we could create super soldiers. That's one way, genetic mutation, like deliberate.
Okay.
Okay. There's another way. We have DARPA working on synthetic red blood cells. Red blood cells that they would put into your body that act as normal red blood cells, but they're super red blood cells. They keep more oxygen in your blood than normal red blood cells do. And the claims to what that would do for you are insane.
Like what?
Holding your breath underwater for 4 hours.
Yeah, that doesn't make any
That's
sense at all now.
superhuman.
Come on now. That's crazy.
Strength increase of up to 30%, maybe higher. You would be super strong. You get actual super strength like Captain America. They're saying like people that spend their whole lives working out and lifting weights and their whole life is fitness and strength, that by giving someone these red blood cells, these synthetic red blood cells, you would be so far beyond their level of strength with just that change, these synthetic red blood cells that are being developed. So that's a very interesting thing.
That's
and
amazing.
I would love to have those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Faster healing, obviously. We're talking red blood cells. A healing factor. Have you heard of CRISPR gene modification?
No.
So this is something that
CRISPR. I've heard CRISPR.
Yeah, so this is something that's happened recently in China. There was a doctor.
Crispin Glover.
There you go. That's what
it was.
Yes.
Okay. So moving on.
Perfect sense.
Next.
So there's something called CRISPR gene modification, and it was done recently in China. The guy who did it, I think he's in prison because of it. This couple went to him and said, we want to have kids, but we have these genetic, disorders. We don't want to pass them on to our children. He goes, I can fix that. I can make sure that your children are immune to HIV and other genetically passed on diseases. And I can also give them a little something extra.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep with you.
They think it's normal.
So the husband. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah,
I've
got great genes.
I got great genes. Yeah.
I've got like true religion.
You don't want this guy's
genes.
dirty sperm.
Obviously, he's the problem.
Yeah. He's fucking.
I didn't want to say it in front of him, but he's here.
But he wouldn't leave the fucking room.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bill.
So this guy does actually with the embryos, he enhances their genes. So at a genetic level, he removes certain things that cause these diseases, but also prevent diseases.
This is Terrence Howard that did this, right?
I could see that being something he would talk about.
So basically what I did is I went in.
Yeah, you let him do it.
Yeah.
I took the gene and modified it on a DNA level.
Right.
And what that does basically is make me God.
It gave me the wave conjugation formulas that I needed.
So it's sort of like if
To
you
play
take a
War Machine.
wave conjugation and you add 2 wave conjugations and you take the square root of a wave conjugation.
My son, he's 4 years old. He can square pi.
Yeah. Well, you just taught him the first like
No.
7 letters, first
No, he
7
can't.
numbers of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so it's like a fucking.
If he
parlor
can,
trick.
that is whoa.
Well, he does say in the podcast that we're gonna show you guys in a little bit.
Oh, yeah, we're
he
gonna
does
talk
say
about him.
he does say his son is like a Forrest Gump type, where he's like.
That's
quick.
not a compliment.
It's not a compliment. That's why I'm like, why would he say that?
Yeah.
Unless maybe there's some truth to it.
Okay.
My son's fucking. He has an IQ of 60. No, like you
no,
know,
he's trying to say his son's
his IQ
brilliant.
is genius, but he has
Yeah.
he has the social IQ of or this he
Of a
said he acts
child.
of that of Forrest Gump. He said he acts like Forrest
Right.
Gump. He's loving.
Okay.
He wants everyone like
Just
to be
say
around
he's
him. and cool.
loving.
Just say that.
I don't
say my son's Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Right,
Do the
okay.
voice. He didn't do the voice.
Well, so CRISPR gene modification, this is what we're talking about as far as going in and genetically changing things to make you superhuman. Something that they can do with CRISPR gene modification, they can give someone night vision. They could give you night vision. That is a superhuman ability.
Absolutely.
So you'd be able to see in the dark at will, like a cat or whatever. That's cool. I would take that.
Yeah.
Enhanced strength. You would build muscle at a rate beyond what's normal or human.
Done. Next.
That's what I was going to ask you. If you could have gene modification done, and this is not just in the embryo.
Yeah.
They could do this to you now, right? If this was legal. Right now, there's a lot of controversy around, is this something we should even be doing? A lot of people find it to be like playing God.
Yeah.
You are genetically creating. You could say, I want my son to have blue eyes. I want him to be an IQ of over 150. I want him to be 6'2", and I want him to have a muscle mass like The Rock.
No, you don't want that.
Whatever.
Well,
But I'm just saying.
steroids, yeah.
Give him an extra healing factor with those red blood cells, and then
So you're saying like
cap
which
his
one would I
lifespan at
want,
200.
or if I think it's morally acceptable?
No, I want to know which ones you would want. Like, what gene modifications would you ask for if they offered them to you?
Yeah.
It'd probably be painful, but once you get through the healing process,
It'd be extremely painful
for you.
for you. That'd be the great if he said that to that. You're a big guy for you. But what I want, so the night vision's cool, but like, come on, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I'll take
if
it.
I have all the choices in the world,
Yeah, you have all the choices. Yeah, let's say you get 3.
Oh, if I get 3, now we're
only get
talking.
3.
Now we're talking. Number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say fast healing. Yeah, because I could be like
Yes.
a superhero.
I would take healing.
I would
for
take
sure.
fast. Yeah, I would take super like regeneration.
Yeah, that's one of
And-
the best powers there is.
Dude, hell yeah.
And you don't get sick. If you do, you're healed immediately.
Yeah.
You can't catch things. If you get hurt, you heal immediately. Bones break, they reform instantly. That would be the greatest.
That'd be insane.
And genetically, they might be able to do that.
And like you don't even get colds or anything.
Nothing.
Like,
You can't get sick.
Your immune system.
Yeah.
just
You would
shit.
live a long time. You would age
You'd
very
be Captain
slowly.
America. Yeah.
Yeah, or Wolverine. Yeah.
minus the But that's why I chose Cap.
Because they could even, as far as lifespan goes, they could enhance that. You could live for 400 years.
Yeah, I have no interest in that. 80 years is too long for me. But
Well, not if you're still healthy and virile. Right?
virile, yeah, is the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I have a high libido, that's all that matters.
Even at 90, yeah. No, 400. I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
That's too
I
much.
love the idea.
So,
I want to see what happens. I want to see a future.
Yeah, I'd say super healing.
Yes.
I'd say, is there like one where I can jump fast and like reflexes and shit?
Extreme. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
They could enhance your. So not only
Like
your
I'm talking
reaction
Tobey
time.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man shit.
Yes. Yes, they could. So your reaction time, as far as your brain, they could play with that so that you would see and be able to react to things at a rate much faster than a normal human.
I'd
Which
love
to
it.
you, everything would look slower as you react.
Yeah, I could see it like more frames per second
Yeah,
and
he
everything.
does.
Yeah. So that'd be dope. So yeah,
Little
super healing,
flash.
crazy reflexes, yeah. And then
one more.
flying, invisibility. No,
You're not far off from what we're working on.
really?
Oh, yeah.
really?
That's coming. Yeah.
I mean, invisibility would be dope. But
Yeah,
if I had to
but
pick like
you can
a
achieve
genetic
that
thing,
with
no,
technology,
yeah, but
so-
so a genetic thing, it would be shit. what-
Enhanced strength.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go.
Gotta have it. Yeah. That makes you the super soldier. You
Yeah.
can heal fast. You can react faster than anybody else, which means you
Oh,
can
I just named all of
walk
Captain America's
through
things, didn't I?
Everybody just, if you had a room of 10 guys to beat up, you just walk through them because they're nothing. And then your super strength allows you to, like, Quicksilver, when he makes the guys punch themselves, it's at such a speed that it knocks them out.
Dude, how good are
and
those
flies
effects?
across. Yeah.
The whole thing. And he just
flies
like
across
pushes
the
it with his.
One of the best movie scenes in a
Dude,
superhero
it's
movie ever.
so good.
I love that when he puts on the headphones and to him everything stops. You know what I mean?
You know what doesn't make sense though? The song, unless he has it playing at like 1,000th speed, like 1,000th of a speed.
So it depends on how his powers work. If it's like a
No,
envelope
no,
of
no,
energy
it's him.
around him, because his shoes and clothes and everything would rip off his body as soon as he started
And
running.
he can bring people. he
Right.
can-
so I think it's
guess-
anything touching him is in his speed force.
But still, sound waves wouldn't increase if they're
Just no, well, his headphones are just on his head, so
yeah, it doesn't
it's part
make
of
the
him, like his
sound waves
clothes.
increase. And plus, it's
He would run out of his clothes every
it's
time.
a tape. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
As long as it's on him, I think it works the way he does.
So
like
then,
a
yeah,
pocket of
all right,
energy.
all
Let's
right.
just pretend that that's what they did.
Because that's the only thing that would
Yeah,
make
we-
sense. Yeah. If I could have time.
So good. Yeah.
So good. But
So
yeah, that's a great scene.
I would pick those same three.
What about super speed?
genetic
Is that
mods?
one?
Well, we talked about faster reaction time and increased strength. With increased strength, you would be able to run faster and hit harder and move quicker. So yeah, agility is part of it.
GL said Black Panther got his powers from a plant. Yeah, facts, dude.
Yeah.
Sort of like the
Heart-shaped
stuff you were
herb.
talking about. Yeah. And then what else? You talking about Lucius Lyon? Is that the guy from? Is that his character in Power or whatever that show is?
yeah.
And then
Terrence
Hustle and
Howard.
Flow. Yeah. That's funny. All right, go on.
So those are the ones I would pick. So is there any evidence that there might be super soldiers being used today on the battlefield? I saw an interesting news report about a conflict that is going on right now. And I'm gonna play. Let's play that video.
Okay. Where's this conflict going on
This
at?
is interesting. Oh, you'll know as soon as the video
I
plays.
think I already do know. I have an idea.
Yeah.
16 study
If you
Here
thought
you go.
mutant soldiers with unstoppable physical and mental powers were nothing more than science fiction,
Yeah.
then brace yourselves for what
These guys
I am
are
about
wild.
to tell you.
Yeah.
In a chilling op-ed, the U.S. Intel chief has warned.
Like, dude, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I could see China definitely doing human
For sure.
experimentation.
Oh my god. Think of just even how they treat the Uyghurs. These are horrible people. This government is insane.
that China could be breeding genetically modified soldiers. You heard that right. The Chinese regime could be creating mutant soldiers. This possibility has been raised by
Dude.
John Ratcliffe, a former Republican congressman and the director of national intelligence under the Trump administration.
Interesting. This is not a
Ratcliffe has
nobody
released an
saying this.
exhaustive report labeling China as the biggest threat to democracy and freedom since the Second World War.
Dude.
He says Beijing is bent on global domination and is
Oh,
giving
yeah.
increasing importance to biotechnology in its military
They've almost
strategy
all but
in
said
order
they
to
are.
achieve its
They've
ambitions.
admitted that they
he
want
has
that.
warned that Chinese
Yeah.
authorities have been conducting human tests on members of the People's Liberation Army in the hopes
Scary.
of developing soldiers with biologically enhanced
Why is there like? Do you hear that
capabilities.
sound in the background? It's like her news studio has a bunch of people yelling in it, or do you,
Yeah, there's always a bunch of people in the back. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Producers on the phone and whatever. It's a newsroom.
like if they're working. Isn't that the most annoying shit ever? It's like, okay,
Breaking
hey,
news.
do your job, but the camera's gonna be on you while you do it. It's like,
oh yeah,
that's so weird.
Where
yeah.
they pan out. That's
yeah.
funny. Yeah.
No, like even they'll have it on like the news.
What about the guy that has nothing to do, so he has to pretend to be doing something because he knows his
picking up
boss is
and
going to see the
filing papers.
video?
Yeah.
Filing papers.
Here we go.
I doubt a lot of that goes on anymore.
Yeah.
But that's
Making
funny.
copies.
Yeah, just over here doing my thing, So China's been accused of not only just biological enhancements to the soldiers, but building Iron Man type exoskeleton suits to give their soldiers the ability to fly.
Yeah.
They're working on Iron Man suits.
Yeah, China's about 10 years away. Hammer Industries, 20.
That's great.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting prospect. I want an Iron Man suit. So
I know.
bad.
Dude,
Yeah.
that fucking video you sent me of the Iron Man helmet,
Oh, that's so cool. Do they have full suits that do that open up and you can walk out of them?
I
That's
want
just the helmet.
4.
Yeah, I want the Mark IV.
I want the Mark 40
Yeah, the 43 or the 45, the nanotech.
in the 40s, yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But dude, the helmet, for those of you who haven't seen this helmet.
Yeah, they
so
sell this.
it's the silver and red what's that armor called?
Mark III, I think.
Yeah, but it has a name. The Silver Centurion armor. And it's like the one he has when in Iron Man 2 when he
Yeah,
picks up the briefcase. The briefcase.
the
helmet
briefcase
armor.
one. I think that's the Mark III.
Yeah, but it's called like Silver Centurion.
I think
Anyway.
the Centurion armor's in the Iron Man 3. Yeah,
No, maybe I don't know.
it is.
But anyway, so
Yeah.
so it's red with the silver faceplate, and you could say, "Hey Jarvis, activate whatever."
Yeah.
And Jarvis, "Yes, sir." And the
And the
eyes
eyes
will go on, yeah,
change
battle
colors.
mode, whatever.
Cool.
And then he'll be like, you could say like, "Hey Jarvis, helmet up," and the whole thing moves.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
it is incredible.
How much do you think that is?
500 bucks. Oh, you think so? I think it's
Oh,
probably
you
like
think so?
five. Yeah, they got to sell them. I mean,
Yeah, but
Once
I mean,
you,
a
the
bust-
materials can't be too
A
bad.
bust of Captain America that's this big is like $700.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
comic
then
book
yeah,
shit's
maybe
so
it's a
expensive.
grand or
It's
something like that.
insane. Because they know
Yeah.
they can get away with it.
It moves and it is cool, and it has like an AI interface. It's not really AI, but dude, you could probably chat GPT like integrate with that.
$700.
Yeah, that'd be the sickest thing ever.
Yeah.
That would make you insane.
Right?
Are there any other countries accusing any other militaries right now of creating biologically enhanced soldiers? Cameron.
Yeah.
Yes, there are. Good. So you get to walk up to the board and grab some candy. Not right now, after the lecture.
Yeah.
So play this next video. This is an interesting accusation. This is another conflict that's going on today.
What's up, Shane?
And according to the Daily Beast, 2 leading Russian lawmakers told Russian newspaper that the real reason the invasion has gone so poorly is because Ukrainian troops, they have been turned into mutant super soldiers at labs run by the U.S. Yes, you heard that correctly.
Where
Earlier
involved?
this year, a conspiracy
girl? How you
theory
doing?
that U.S. manufactured bioweapons in Ukraine also went bio. We are joined by retired Army General and
Dude.
former Congressman William Inert.
Now,
General,
of course,
let's just come straight and ask you,
let's
is
see
there
what he says to this.
Okay.
any reason to believe that the United States is operating biolabs in Ukraine to create mutant soldiers?
None whatsoever.
Of course, you would say that.
think,
So I don't believe you at all. I just don't believe you.
Yeah.
You have to say no to that.
Yeah.
Do you have super mutant soldiers, and do you have labs overseas that you're not supposed to creating bioweapons?
Yeah.
Could you
Damn it.
imagine? Got me.
Ah, you got us. Yeah.
No, he has to
Should've
say
come
no.
on the show. I knew it.
Yeah, I'm so bad at this.
yeah.
Yeah, who hired me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So of course they have to say no to that.
Whose cousin am I again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
GL says he wishes he had a Black Panther suit, lightweight, bulletproof material.
Yeah, that'd be
so they
idyllic.
sell that's an actual technology. This lightweight material, you can get a suit. It looks like a normal suit, 3-piece or whatever.
John fucking Wick.
And it's John Wick. Yeah, it stops bullets. It
Crazy.
has this way of displacing mass when it gets hit by a bullet. It's very cool.
Energy.
Yeah, energy. Sorry.
Remember,
So
mass
before we go
isn't-
on.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, no.
your whole thing
You were right
about
to correct
flat
me.
Earth. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
So before we go on, I want to ask you. I've got examples of other, not just Captain Americas, but other superhumans. And these are people that can do extraordinary things. So do you want to get into these other superheroes and other real life Avengers now? Or do you want to do your segment and come back to it?
Let's let him cook. Let's
Yeah.
do my segment.
We got
and
more
we'll come back to
superheroes
it.
coming then. I'm going to show you guys some real superheroes, the real Avengers that are out there right now walking around that can do amazing things. And these are real videos. I'm not going to give you anything nonsense. This is real people with real abilities. So cool. So we'll get to that later after Cameron's segment here. So stick around.
Yeah. So
Subscribe too. If you like what you're hearing, please. We don't ask enough, but we should. We always forget. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, please, seriously.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. You guys rock. And again, there's chapters if you want to skip ahead. Hey, if after you're watching this, or if you're not watching live, if you're like, hey, you know what? I just want to see right now the rest of the superhero stuff.
Yeah. Skip ahead. You can.
You scroll right down there. You click on it. It's easy.
Move it
It's
around.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
All right. So as I mentioned,
I'm excited for this. That's why I
Terrence
want to get to it.
Howard went on Joe Rogan. When I saw this pop up on my YouTube, I went,
Yeah. Wait,
Thank you,
what?
God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is happening?
this is real. Because
Yeah.
remember I mentioned Terrence Howard on the show
Yep.
like a month ago or maybe less.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, yeah, he has these equations, but they like don't even
Yeah,
make
he's
sense.
saying this wild
He-
stuff.
he, like, does
Dude,
it-
it's been about a good 4 years or so since he first on red carpets started saying things that people were like, wait, what is he talking about?
Nominated for Hustle and Flow. That's amazing. Yeah. So have you heard of the
Wave conjugations,
all
and
he
the
says.
parallels, and the nonsense. And it does sound like nonsense.
That's what he finished. Have you heard about the wave parallels and the nonsense?
and the flower of life. But so, is there any credence to anything that he's saying? Did he actually make some sort of discovery in the ethereal realm or in geometry or physics? Or I want to know. So, what have you learned
Yes and
from
no.
this interview?
Yes and no.
Tell me. Tell me everything.
Does he say crazy, insane shit? Yes. Does some of it make no sense at all? Yeah, but you could throw there. But does some of it make sense? Yeah, it does.
Cool. I
But
like that.
It's not the stuff that he came up with specifically. But
So
it
the
is stuff he's
theory of
looking into.
relativity.
Yeah, right. Which he shits on. Or no, he shits on theory of relativity. He shits on Newton. He just says, "Oh, these guys are wrong." But
Oh, wow.
yeah, he
So
said he makes some outrageous claims like he invented the question mark.
Nice.
The best movie.
Dad, why are you so the worst? Oh, dude, when they do
I want to be a veterinarian, an evil veterinarian.
what is it, the group session?
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's
doing.
one of the best scenes ever.
Yeah.
But what about the dad with the son, where he's like, he makes some comment about wanting to hook up with some girl. He goes, "Oh, stop it, Steven. You have a tiny penis."
No, that's knocked up.
Oh, that's knocked up.
I mean,
That's
not knocked
right.
up. A 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah.
yeah. Sounds like my Friday night. We went to temple on Friday.
Yeah,
night. Yeah. And then it's like, and then we have contraceptives if you need. Do you have extra large condoms? Shut up, Seth. You have a tiny penis. Yeah. He's like, yeah. Then he's like, sounds
That's
like my
what
friend. We
it
went
was.
to temple. What do you think? You're cool with your Jew fro?
Yeah, he does. So good. He's just going out.
I knew you were gonna go there too. That's so funny
funny.
because those scenes are similar.
Yeah, fake
But,
PhD. Yeah, that's funny.
yeah. An evil PhD. So let's jump in and I'll talk to you about him. As
Tell me all the things, dude. I'm interested.
I'm gonna
this.
tell you all the things.
How did you get started with all this?
Yeah, good question.
I didn't come into this world the way everybody else does, I don't think.
Okay.
Like if I asked,
So
we're off to a good start.
We're off to a
I'm
really
already
good start.
so interested.
okay, we're off to a great start. Okay, so what could he say?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
Please.
explain.
Q, what
It could
was
be
your
simple.
first memory in life? What would it be?
I don't think I know.
We already know where he's
My
going.
first memory
Yep, we have an idea.
was almost like when you're dreaming and you're falling
Oh,
and you hit the bottom and you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first memory, but I didn't wake up here. I was inside my mother's womb.
okay, yeah, cool. So before you had consciousness, you having memories. So it's
He's
insane.
claiming that he can remember being in the womb. Mm-hmm. That is insane.
No, it's impossible. That's
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
impossible.
First of all, your eyes aren't open. You
Right.
fucking goof.
Yeah.
And he says he was 6 months.
He feels like
developed.
he fell. So he thinks he's saying he fell into his body in the embryo, like from another dimension of existence.
I don't know. I think he just his first memory is floating around in the uterus and being like, whoa. It's just insane, dude.
Sure, let's give him that. Let's say that's possible somehow.
Yeah. The
Okay.
first hour of the podcast, Joe says like 4 words, maybe
Yeah.
5.
Oh yeah, just let him talk. Let him
Let
go.
him cook. Yeah, but and he goes.
And I was
he
about
goes.
maybe 6 months inside the womb. And I'm like, okay, don't forget I'm here. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Don't
you were
forget,
saying to
don't
yourself.
Don't forget. You go to sleep. Wake up again. Now something's moving in front of you. And you're like, oh, that's my friend. But I had a different name for it. I didn't know it was my hand. But I knew I had a title for it. Go back to sleep. Then ultimately you get ready to come out. I remember all of that.
No.
You remember coming out?
I remember being compressed, and you want to panic, but you're flooded with like some serotonin and dopamine to where you feel relaxed. You go right back to sleep.
No,
I
I've
remember
never seen
being
a baby
born.
come
I
out
remember
calm
being
ever.
Nope.
circumcised. I remember the whole 9, and the proof
They're
of it
freaking
was
out when they come out.
my
Of
wife-
course they are. 'Cause that's all they know. That's all they know because they don't have words like, oh shit, let me store this memory.
Yeah, they don't know
forget,
the word
don't
memory.
forget.
They don't know about memories.
No, they don't
Yeah.
know anything because they're fucking nothing yet. Oh, this is my friend. I don't know.
Well
I don't know his name, but I know this is my friend. You fucking psychopath.
Yeah, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how he starts.
We're off to a solid start. So let's see. Hey, maybe we're crazy. Maybe he's right. Maybe he
could
knows
just
something
be
we don't.
Special.
Mira that you just met. When she was 6 months pregnant with my son, Kieran,
Kieran Culkin.
I wanted to prove to her what I was talking about. So I put a light on her stomach every day at 6 o'clock at night. and I would move that light.
That poor woman.
Back and forth.
I know.
And I'd put a
Oh, Terrence, are you sure you want to do this again? We're doing the light thing again.
I will say this. So I played certain music to to the belly, where my son, and I'd play guitar like next to the belly and play certain songs. And after he was born, he did seem to recognize some of these songs. He had a different reaction to those songs than he did just any other music. I do think they can hear things, and they tell you to have a healthier baby, talk to the baby, play music to the baby, because they can feel like the sound waves and that kind of stuff.
Even if it's the most simple, basic,
right,
they subconsciously get used to your voice or get used to a sound or a song, and then when they hear it again, something, they're not like,
they don't know
oh,
why.
this is my fucking jam. No, they're just like,
there's something about this
recognition.
Yeah, that makes me feel calm, or that makes me feel. That's why you swaddle a baby, is because they're used to being bundled up in there, so that gives them comfort.
You're floating around.
They're not thinking,
you're just looking at your hand friends
about there's the memory of the womb is why I like this. It's just there's something about this that I like.
And
calms
I think
me.
it's because I wanted to freak out, but it's the serotonin and it's
all the serotonin. I came out the only baby smiling.
I came out cured.
I shook the doctor's hand and then slapped him.
yeah. He came out pensive, and he did the thing on the doctor.
I took off my glove and I smacked the doctor.
All right, Terrence. All right. Yeah.
So when I was in the womb,
I cut my own cord. You see.
yeah.
I remember that I figured out the square root of pi.
No, you didn't. That's crazy.
My first words, actually, at 6 minutes old, was the square root of pi.
My first word was actually the pi. It's an entirety. 3.14869.
I'd be like, "What's wrong with
D Live Wire with the clutch dome."
There he is. This is better than Cable.
What a good comment.
Like Cable the character or Cable TV?
Both, dude.
Score. Thank you. That's a compliment.
Hey, yeah,
we take that.
Appreciate it.
So hard. Thank you.
Yeah, you rock. You guys all rock.
Yeah.
Giving life up in that chat. What the fuck? The Weedy is getting. I need his
his guy's
dealer's
number.
number.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Yeah, for real, right?
Yeah, these are obviously new memories that he's putting onto his embryonic self.
1,000,000%. Yeah. And I think he might even believe that.
He does. You can tell. He means this.
Yeah, and you know how you like people can do that where it's even eyewitnesses. Oh, it was a tall guy running through. No, it was a short woman.
He had a mask on, and you find out. Yeah, it's a short woman that was wearing like a polka dotted dress.
Yeah.
With a magnifying glass over her face.
Yeah.
It made it very easy to see.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think it was a guy in a ski mask. It's like just because you have seen that before in movies, So I think he had a dream maybe, or he's like, or he's thinking, what is my oldest memory? Oh shit, remember this?
No, yeah.
But no, you don't.
way.
You're just like coming up with it, and you're like, oh, in my hand.
We'd
But
love
what
to
would I
think
call
that
it?
it's possible.
Dude, I would love to say, yeah, no, I remember being in the womb, and I remember I came out feet first, and everyone was worried. Like, everyone
was worried.
Yeah. I remember hanging on to the cord.
It was wrapped around my neck. Yeah. So you go ahead.
So
yeah.
Just nonsense. Anyway, what else we got?
The song on for a week straight. After a week, I didn't put the light there.
And then what
I didn't do
happened?
The music.
All right, if you had to guess, then what happened? So he's doing this test. He's
where he always
doing
puts
the
a
light,
light.
playing the music.
Okay.
And he puts the light from one side to the other, playing the music. He stops. He does it for a week, then he stops. What happens?
I'm guessing he's gonna say like the baby kicks.
1,000,000%. 100%.
Where's my light?
He pushed up on her stomach.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
But
for
what about all
me,
the other
that's
times
where it
he pushed on the
started,
stomach?
in there.
Do you know what's so funny? You see how it paused?
Yeah.
I freeze framed so that we can talk over it.
That's
and then
funny.
you did say something perfect. So, but yeah, what were we saying?
Right, I'm saying, what about all the other times that he pushed on the stomach that had nothing to do with the light? Because that's what they do. Babies
other
push
times-
on the stomach.
Well, he told me yesterday the other times he was pushing was because
Yeah, he was asking for specific food.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't like the diet my wife is on.
2 pushes was In and Out.
Yeah.
3 pushes Porta Subs.
Yeah, 4 was Arby's. He rarely did 4 pushes.
So fucking insane.
And then when I was about 5 years old, I had another dream.
And that's sort of a Freudian slip type of thing.
Yeah,
You said,
another dream.
Another dream. You never said you had a dream.
Yeah, what are we talking
You said these are memories of your
Right.
of you being in the room.
Interesting catch.
Yeah, thanks.
The room filled up with like this fluid, a dark fluid. And I could see the ripples of it moving around. And there was a being there. And I remember
A lima bean.
walked through that fluid with him. And I was trying to look up at him, and I couldn't turn my head to look at him. And he had his hand straight. I knew his voice, but I did not know who it was, but I felt confident and
Okay,
comfortable.
so real quick.
Yeah.
He heard a voice, didn't know who it was, felt comfortable, comfortable, confident. What is the voice? There's 2 possible answers. One of them's correct. What is the voice?
And there's an arm, and he can't.
He's holding
look
the
at
arm, and he's trying to look up, but he
He's
can't look up at the
holding
guy.
the arm.
Yeah,
in a dark fluid.
Yeah, he was in bed, and then he has this dream
Is
where
he
he's in
trying to
this
say
fluid.
like it's God or something?
It's one answer, and then there's another answer.
His dad? I don't know.
Close.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're very close. I was thinking, is it like a God figure
Right,
that's
right.
guiding him? But listen to this story, man.
But as we moved along this dark blue fluid path with like chartreuse covering, and then when we got to the end of it, he said to me,
Chartreuse
if you could have anything in the world, what would it be?
And I said, a
But I
Mercedes.
said to him, I want to know how everything works.
No, you didn't.
And at that moment,
No, you
he
didn't.
used his left hand and he opened up the door. And there was this mansion, big brown doors. And inside of it was this crystalline flowers. And every time I tried to see his face, he would reach in and hand me another shape.
Oh, by the way, look. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
And I was so
Yeah, why
excited
is he-
with
wait,
the
Nate.
shapes because they didn't look like the platonic solids. They didn't look like anything I'd
Platonic
ever seen
solids.
before. And he would hand me these
That's
shapes.
what I was trying to
and
think
each
of.
shape was
Oh, really?
different and amazing.
Oh, he says
And
it, yeah.
I woke up from that dream. But after that moment, anytime something strange would happen in a dream, I had the powers of inception. I would be naked at school. I would say, I'm not naked. I must be dreaming. And immediately, I would run out of the school or run out of wherever I
Okay,
was.
so he could take
and I would
control of his
find that
dreams.
mansion.
People can do that.
I used to do it all the time. It
What
was
is a
actually really cool.
platonic solid? What does that mean?
These are things that you had in your mind from the time you were born.
From before that time
hold on.
that I've innovated. The proof is all the stuff that I've been able to do now.
So all these thoughts.
So the proof that he can go into a dream realm
Yep.
and then open up a doorway
In a
to
mansion.
in this palace, or
Right.
as he calls
That's
it.
full of shapes.
Yeah, and it's full of knowledge. So he can go in there. All the knowledge in the world is in there.
Okay.
So he can go in there
It's
and
like a
just
knowledge
be
palace.
like, oh, this is mine now. Whatever. I
Okay.
don't know how it does it. Maybe he eats it. I don't know.
Right. He eats them.
Maybe it's a suppository. I don't know. But so he goes and he's like, oh, I go to every now I just go to bed. And then when I realize I'm dreaming, I run to the knowledge palace.
Good.
And what's the proof of that? My 97
The
patents.
platonic solids.
Yeah, your 97 patents are proof of you being able to dream walk.
Yeah,
into
97
fucking-
patents.
Yeah.
You can really patent anything.
You really can.
But
I can come up with a silly concept that only I would care about, and I can patent it. And they'd be like, yeah, give us the money. Cool. Enjoy
Yeah.
your little patent, bud. Yeah. But all right, let's keep going here. I think it gets really good.
These thoughts
It
are
gets
from
really
the time
good.
you were a baby. These are
And then it
not
gets
things
fascinating.
that you've learned. These are things that you had in your mind from the time you were born.
Oh, shit.
From-
My bad. Guys, dude, I'm slipping, Jared. I did this last time, too.
what?
Sorry, guys. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
our
Yeah, that's right.
Cast on Blast.
Oh, okay. Look at this. There's a podcast going on.
Yeah.
And then boom, it's on blast because I see a blast.
Cast on Blast.
So it's a cast. Okay, on blast. We're putting it on. I get it.
Putting a cast on
I
blast.
like it. It's cool. There's
Cast
even
on
smoke.
blast.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really great. All right, so
Yeah.
let's continue our cast on blast.
Continue.
Before that time, because I remembered that I had been someplace else before. Now, what's interesting, that voice that I heard, that's my voice now. So it was like my greater self was leading me through and periodically would show up again in other dreams.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And I went off and became an actor because my mother wanted my little brother to be an actor.
Yeah, explain that
and
away.
I realized, my God, if I had followed my proper course, I could have saved my mother.
I don't know.
because the
You did
knowledge
pretty
that I
well.
had,
Yeah,
you know, I had the grand unified field equation.
Stop it.
I had already put
Stop
that together.
it.
And at 7, 8.
No.
I was working with these
No,
things.
you
and then I
didn't.
went through
Yeah,
all
stop
the hell that I had to go through.
This is a big
And during
statement.
that period of time, I started waking up in my dreams again. And I started going back into that palace. And I remembered all of
There
it.
was a comment on in this, and it said he got kicked off of Iron Man because he could actually build an arc reactor.
Yeah, that's genius. Yeah. Come on, dude. The grand unified field equation.
When I was
where
7
is it?
years old.
Yeah, please enlighten us. Patent that.
It's in my dream mind palace.
Yeah.
I can bring you there for $30,000.
What about the using the word inception? I
love that.
That didn't even make sense.
No.
I was able to.
I get what he's
incept
trying
myself.
to say, but it's foolish. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just say I was able to control my dreams. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't say I was able to incept. So I would go in and tell myself a lie and believe it. Like,
Yeah,
that's what inception is.
Yeah,
Inception is a
come on.
very specific. You're implanting an idea, and you got to get down to the most basic form of the concept.
It's
the relationship
so
of the fall.
brilliant, dude.
The fucking
So
best
brilliant.
movie. I say that about every movie.
Yeah.
Best movie.
Oh, it's possible.
Best movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's possible, dog.
It's just bloody hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
good. Yeah.
Okay, wait, real quick.
Yeah.
We had a discussion, Oppenheimer versus Inception, and I said that his best film is Oppenheimer. So I went back and watched Inception because I
brilliant.
had to
It's
do
brilliant.
it. And then after watching it again, because I remember when I walked out of the theater the first time seeing that movie, I said this is the perfect film. It's perfect.
You said it's the greatest movie of all time.
It's the greatest
Yeah.
movie ever made.
Yeah.
And then after I watched Oppenheimer, I felt the same, and I said, and I even
Recency
thought it was
bias.
better than it's true.
Yeah.
After watching Inception, and I was like, the difference here is all of this that they built. They built the science. They built the idea and the plot and why it's used and the military creating it and what they used it for and how they used it now for stealing memory.
Without
and
giant,
how you create and
without a giant expository.
you don't
scene,
need to.
They fill. They
your
fill in
brain
the
is
blanks.
so good at doing this that it'll just keep creating the world just
Makes
like you do in a
sense.
dream, dude. So the way they came up with how
Genius.
it works,
Genius.
it that came from nothing. That is all pure creativity.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, we know what happened because it's fact.
It's history. Yeah.
It's history.
Yeah.
So I have to correct myself
Okay, good.
and say Inception does win that battle.
it's
It
so
is
good.
the greatest movie.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
From the what is that with like the staircase, the Penrose steps? What do they call that?
yeah,
though?
yeah. How they do those?
That like
that is
impossible.
what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, but he calls it like before he drops the guy, something motherfucker.
Yeah.
Paradoxical shapes, whatever. He says.
Yeah, what it is.
What does Terrence Howard say? That's what he says.
Yeah, the
Solids.
platonic solids.
Platonic solids, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what he thinks he's doing is like
Yeah.
like advanced geometry.
Mic dropping. Yeah.
Yeah, Ugh,
That's how I came up with the platonic solids.
I can't wait for him to explain what that means.
Yeah. He never
Things that I
does.
started
No, he's never-
patenting them.
He
As
sort
I
of
moved
does.
along, I built a new periodic table because the stuff I had learned.
So he set out to build a new periodic table. This is one thing that sort of makes sense.
Okay.
Because it's not his. He claims, I had this whole great idea, and then I realized
Someone else already did this.
did
Okay.
it. Saved me 40 years of
Yeah.
time. It's like, okay. Or you found it on the
Yeah,
internet. and
you
you're
read
like,
it
Oh, this is smarter. I'm going to say I came up with this.
myself. Yeah. Oh, that's
and
genius.
that's, yeah, basically. What he
Okay.
in college, I went to school for chemical engineering the first year over at Pratt.
I don't
told
believe
the professor
anything
about
So
he
the
says.
hold on.
relationship between
The first year of what was it? Engineering
At Pratt.
What
Chemical
kind
engineering,
of it?
chemical.
So your first year of chemical engineering at a university would be English, basic math, and an elective. You're not actually engineering anything in your first year of your major.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the basic prerequisite classes.
Yeah.
So he didn't do any
You
engineering.
could take an engineering class. Your first year,
Sure,
though.
you could take
Yeah.
some, but without the
sounded like Mark
prerequisites, you
Norman.
can't go into something serious, you'd have to have some sort of base knowledge. They do that for a reason. You need to have these basic things under your belt before you can get to these things.
Well, how it goes is it's steps. So you can't do chemical engineering 303 if you haven't done 101.
Right. You've got to get into the basics of chemistry.
That's it. That's
so
easy.
he might have gotten into the very basics at the first year.
Maybe.
There's no way he got into anything advanced where he was building like
anything.
Yeah. So just the fact that he only did a year.
He wasn't even building relationships with people at the school yet.
It's just a year.
So early. Yeah.
It's 1 year.
Yeah.
So that just says a lot about where
he wasn't
was
even building shelves for his from IKEA for his dorm room yet.
Yeah, it's a year.
Yeah. He wasn't even help me out here. He wasn't even building blocks.
Yeah, he wasn't. He still had to share a shower. He couldn't even have like the rooms with their own showers yet. You're in like the basic freshman dorms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's overflow, so he had to sleep on a bunk bed in the lunch cafeteria room.
Right. There was too many people there.
He was building.
And he was late to class.
Yeah, twice.
No, I mean I don't have anything against Terrence Howard.
I do.
I do. You know what that makes me think of?
Hustle and Flow.
You know, the guy says, we're here. We play a song for 10 seconds. He says, I don't believe in God. I got a song I wrote in the Air Force. You got something against the Air Force? No, I do.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in Folsom Prison.
So good.
So good. What a great way to, you know what I mean? If you were dying and you were laying in a ditch and you had time to play one song to tell the world about your experience here on this, so you're telling me that's the song you would play?
The greatest sound engineer of all time.
Yeah, he's the most inspiring person ever.
He's like, I just work at this radio station, but
that same old some tune we've all heard a million times.
Did you ever go to Folsom Prison or anything cool in your life?
If you ever do something that has some heart, I love that. He goes, I just don't believe you. That's what he tells him. I don't believe you.
You little bitch. Yeah. Remember?
Saying, I don't believe in God. You hear this? Oh, we're here for 10 seconds. He says, I don't believe in God. I never said anything like that, guy. I'm just saying you're not that good.
Yeah.
Is it my voice or the song? It's both. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
But, dude, what a great thing of advice. If you're dying, you have time for one song. What would that be? And he plays Folsom Prison.
Mine would be
Moment.
Hurt by 9 Inch Nails, covered by Joe.
Such a cliche, weak ass answer.
Mine,
and to get covered by him, by the way.
Yeah, no. So if you could do one, bro. So if you could do one song, ready? Hey, I'm like gun to your head. For some reason, I'm gonna let you sing a song.
Yeah, weird.
It's a weird set of circumstances going on. What you got,
dude? Sympathy for the
stuck
devil.
in Folsom.
Yeah. I wouldn't sing the backup
whole
parts.
time.
Yeah, I would sing backup.
You got one song.
I mouthed the bass line. Like that's how stupid that is.
Yeah.
No, the actual lyrics. Like what a brilliant song. That song to me is so just genius.
Can I do the best impression?
Because it's like a history lesson from the devil's point of view. It's genius.
You make it sound cooler than
it is. That's what it is.
Can I do an impression that's perfect?
No, because the impression is just.
No, it's not.
Okay, go ahead.
Please allow me to introduce myself.
That's the song.
Yeah, you have to.
That's good.
You have to have a real big mouth.
And he's moving, so
just like Mick Jagger.
It makes sense.
Please allow me to introduce myself.
Yeah,
that's perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone who says otherwise is just wrong. But so what were we talking about? Terrence Howard.
Yeah. Continue the joke.
Sympathy for the devil. Mine would be. Thanks for asking.
Wow, come on. You said hurt.
Well, that was clearly a joke. Mine would be.
Oh, I would change mine. I was just trying to think of what my favorite song. One of my favorite songs.
Golden by Patrick Stump.
That's a great. That's a fun one. You think that speaks to you?
Not at all.
Your heart?
No, I was trying to think of a ballad. No, what do you got?
I think "Simple Man" by Leonard Skinner.
For you, for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's more heartfult.
Please allow.
More, but I mean, just if I was like, if someone said, what's your favorite song, or I'm going to shoot you in the head, like "Sympathy for the Devil" would come up because it's so genius.
Yeah.
But "Simple Man" is one of those where every time I hear it, or honestly, if there's so many Pink Floyd.
Stairway to Heaven.
No, that's it. That's what I choose. Pink Floyd's. What's the name of it?
How does it go?
It's where he's like
that face is how I feel all the time.
But just Two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year. Or Wish You Were Here. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. That's mine. So that final answer. I just needed a second. Didn't shoot. Thank God you didn't shoot me because I needed to get there.
Felicity said it's got to be Frank Sinatra, My Way. That's a
good way. That's a good way to go out.
New York. I sing the wrong song on purpose. New York, New York.
Or would you rather be a fish?
Mac the Knife. Great. We just combine all the Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra songs.
No. Wish You Were Here. That's mine. I final answering it.
Wish you were here.
Yeah.
That sounds like Bob Dylan. I wish you were here.
He could do a good version of that song.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's covered it other than Miley Cyrus.
Please love
Miley's
me.
version's really good, but the Pink Floyd original "Wish You Were Here," dude, that song that speaks to my life experience. Like that is a song that speaks to me. So that's what I would pick.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like my golden.
What's yours? Golden? Yeah, that's a good.
I
one.
like that.
Yeah.
How cruel is the golden road? What is the line? Mama said, "Avoid people like me." You know what I'm talking about. The line from Golden.
Shit.
Stay away from me.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
that song.
Anyway, go check it out, guys. Check out all these fucking songs. They're great.
Wish
Simple
You Were
Man's a
Here,
good one.
Pink Floyd.
Wish You Were Here is a good one. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be my choice at all. But anyway, so Terrence Howard's a psychopath or a genius? Let's find out. Felicity said, "Yeah, good choice."
Yeah, it's a great song.
Hydrogen
talking to
on
me.
the spectrometer, and carbon and silicone and cobalt.
You see the opposite camera angle, and it's just a teleprompter with just word salad on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Cobalt and verinium.
Keep
and,
going.
yeah.
Hydrogen.
Yeah.
It was like it's
how did he start
told the
it?
professor about the relationship between hydrogen
Yeah, he's
on
reading
the
some of
spectrometer
Spectrometer.
and carbon and silicone and cobalt.
Yeah.
And it was like it's the same exact color, same tone, just double.
This
in
is
each
sort of
eye.
curious. Check this out. And this is something you've actually talked about before.
Okay.
And he was like, no, each element is the same element and it will always be that element. And I was like, you don't see the relationship. So I left school and I was going to
Good
spend
idea.
40 years
Yeah,
rebuilding
genius.
the periodic table. And I found out that Walter Russell had already did that.
Darn!
And he did it based upon the natural curvature of
And it was
everything.
really
And when you
good.
say rebuild the periodic table, what do you mean specifically?
Well, the way the periodic table is laid out, the periodic table they have now,
Based on
Let's see
weight.
it looks like a
Pull up
box.
an image of it.
You'll see hydrogen sitting all the way over there by itself, but they don't show that hydrogen has the same tone as carbon.
What do you mean by tone?
Same tone, same key of E. Same key of E. 40.5 hertz. The next one would be like 81 hertz. You go to silicone, it will double up and would be 162 hertz.
So
You'll
he's
go
literally
to-
talking about the sound
to
frequency.
Right.
cobalt, and it'll be 324 hertz. If you were to
Which is fascinating.
take the tones that they create, you know, their color. Like you can turn color back into sound based upon it's the same wavelength.
He's
it's
talking
just
about
twice as long.
synesthesia.
Bottom, and you wake
Oh,
up.
damn it. What have I done? But
Was
Chase said,
leading me through and period.
what was happening? Chase said, Given Life said Katy Perry's Dark Horse. That's
There you go.
great.
That's a great one.
And then Chase said, I knew this interview was going to be a wild ride when he started it off with, my first memory was in my mother's womb.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Here's your sign.
I was falling, and then I realized I had a friend named
Periodically.
Wilson.
yeah. Wilson! I've fallen and I can't get up. He just does the commercial for
I told
Life
the
Alert.
professor about the relationship between
And Blue Jew.
and I was going to
When you say rebuild the periodic table, what do you mean specifically?
well the way you turn color back by two, and you'll ultimately.
Are we
get
fact
back
checking any
to
of this?
the
Do we
That's,
know
audible
that's
sound.
another thing is nope.
Yeah. So do we know that any of these resonate at these frequencies?
Nope.
So did Walter Russell do that and then lay it out and actually prove that this is true? Is he just
No.
regurgitating something that he
Sort of.
was proven? Okay.
Sort of. Some of it's
Because that's
regurgitation.
interesting. I'm interested in that. I
No,
love the
absolutely.
idea of elements resonating at specific frequencies. We know the ancients.
Maybe that's how the
knew
pyramids
this.
were fucking
Right.
built, like straight
Yeah.
up. Yeah, of course. It's
Yeah.
very curious stuff. But
They did this. This was a tactic. Yeah.
so it actually shows Wilson, Russell Wilson. That's the.
oh no,
What's
I
his
don't know
name?
now. Just Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson.
Yeah.
Willis, whatever this fucking guy's name is.
Yeah.
he-
Walter Russell.
Walter Russell.
Yeah.
I was way off. Yeah, so he's basically shows his periodic table.
Cool.
And it is fucking cool.
Awesome.
But it had nothing to do with Terrence Howard at all.
Right. So he didn't invent this.
Because there was a
He's just talking
relationship
about it.
between light and color, sound and tone, matter and shape. Walter Russell's periodic table that he put together, it's unwinding.
Whoa.
Look at this shit.
It's unwinding.
So you had figured this out at
Isn't
a
that
young
wicked?
age?
I had
Yeah, I
already
like
seen
that.
this.
That's so
this
sick.
was all inside of that palace. I had access to.
No, it wasn't. You fuck.
Yeah, that's
You found it
powerful.
years later.
That's powerful stuff, though. If you're really, if you could put that to some use.
See, there's a
Oh, yeah.
relationship between hydrogen, carbon, silicon, cobalt, rhodium. They're all
saying shit.
bonded. They're all as the middle point between two noble gases. Now, the problem is the first thing that we're able to perceive is hydrogen. That's the first visible element.
So this is
because
curious
before
here,
it is
too.
too dense for us to perceive it. And what they've tried to keep from us, if you want to break
and by
water
they,
into
it's the world powers and the government. And as a matter of fact, he even says his phones don't work and they're always listening to him. And they're trying to silence him because he can disprove gravity.
Oh.
But he actually has some proof for why.
If he can do that and he has proof, then that would be the biggest thing
And we
ever.
have it. And we have it here. So
Okay.
let me show you. It's pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah.
component parts of hydrogen and oxygen. All you have to do is introduce beryllium or the sound of beryllium. And oxygen will violently break away from any other thing, even hydrogen.
Curious.
To
Anyway.
put out into one tube, the oxygen into another.
So that's how the
Chlorine.
pyramids are supposedly
They're equal in
Exactly
used
right.
as power
If you
plants.
get out of the pool and you got chlorine and you're itching from the chlorine,
If you put
all
salt
you have
on
to
it,
do is get some real
it
salt.
turns into an oil.
Everybody thinks that, oh, this is my thing that I need. And it tries to wrap itself around the arsenic.
He talks
but
about why arsenic kills you is because the frequencies and because all of these elements have equals and opposites. That's why having them separated on a chart doesn't make sense because you want to show the relation.
Yeah.
That this with this becomes
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
And calcium's not always calcium, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like it can be, it's fluctuating. Because if you introduce this, it has this. They all have their opposites. And so his argument against gravity and against Einstein is, and he says it in a moment, and I'll
Yeah.
get to it in a second, but he basically says he left out electricity. Electricity is the equal and opposite to magnetism. And that is basically gravity.
Okay.
Yeah. It's curious. It's curious. Check it
Yeah.
out. So let's get to it.
it causes the DNA that with and left out in his theory of the greater the resistance, the greater the resistance, the greater the curvature. Because the universe is based off of equanimity, which Einstein left out in his theory of relativity. Gravity was caused by electric force. Electricity is always seeking a higher pressure condition. It spins northeast, it's trying to get to the center of an area, the center of a cone. But the next electric wave is coming, so it gets pushed out, and as it's pushed out, it gets to the vortices.
Is that how electricity works?
And that's
though,
some
at all?
on those
I don't
pieces,
know.
those vortices.
Right.
Now, instead of it spinning northeasternly, centripetally,
Southwesterly.
it's forced to spin centrifugally, and it spins southwesternly. The electrons, that's just discharged
just word
electricity
salad?
coming from the sun, coming from the earth. Einstein left that out of his equation because he coupled electricity and magnetism together and didn't realize that electricity was the equal and opposite of magnetism.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But they use the term magnet as an attractor.
So check this out. They actually could sort of prove something. The
Okay.
creation of the universe.
Why did they do that?
Yeah,
Because they
I think
believe
he's
that the
talking about
world
the
was-
electric universe theory. This is
So this is him talking about the not the golden ratio. What is this shit? The flower.
the flower of life.
The oldest shape in history.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
flower of
we
life.
see it all over the walls in ancient ruins.
And he
such.
says people were trying to make sense of it, so they tried to make straight lines out of nature, which doesn't exist in nature.
Right.
Everything's in waves because everything is atoms. Everything can be broken down to sound, which is waves, which comes in waves, right?
Okay.
So, and then what he's saying is they try to make straight lines because they believe the earth was flat. And because of the church, they had a cross, which is 2 straight lines. So they wanted to, which is a little...
It's a little weird
dicey,
stretch.
right?
Yeah. It seems like he's making like an enemy out of the church because they were
100%.
against science
But
during the 1500s.
I don't think, that applies here. But so then he's saying what he did is he took, instead of them taking and making a triangle and a square or whatever, he like has curved. So it's curved triangles. And so it has like 4 vortices. It's unique, but check it out. He can sort of, the creation of planets he goes into.
Okay.
And it's not Big Bang. It's pretty freaking nuts. It's actually really cool.
I think he's talking about the electric universe theory.
Probably.
This is an interesting...
What is that? Give me a quick little rundown.
It's a
Elevator
really
pitch.
cool idea. It's the idea that that electricity is really the greatest force in the universe. And that what the ancients were seeing when they would see gods battle in the sky was actually huge electric discharge.
Yeah.
Coming off of planets.
That's exactly what he's talking about.
And when you see an electric discharge, it actually looks like the shape of a person with 2 dots on each, with a dot on each side of it.
Okay.
And ancient writings that talk about the war of the gods in the sky show this shape, which could give credence to the fact that
Look,
they
there's a
saw
god.
It looks like
Yeah.
a person
Yeah.
with these dots. Why are there
Wild.
always 2 dots next to these like human shapes? Well, when we actually can see when there's an electric discharge, it creates that exact shape: the arms, the legs, the head, and the 2 dots. So that's kind of some proof to this electric universe theory, that this huge electric discharge is what creates planets and what destroys them.
and that's exactly
Okay.
it. And
I've heard
also
a little bit about this.
that the universe is finite, because when that discharge, the electricity has to hit an end before it can bounce back. So that means there has to be an end to the universe.
Interesting.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
It's meaningless drivel,
Yeah,
perhaps. but-
Felicity's saying, Reddit is saying that it's a lot of incoherent baloney. And it's true. A lot of the things he's saying, it does seem like nonsense.
But here's the thing he's doing.
But
and
he is saying something.
He's mixing fact with fiction.
Yeah,
What we were
or
just
theory,
accused
let's
of.
call it.
What we were just accused of with that short that I put out.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, I have 1 minute to
Right.
talk about the
Well, watch
entire
the full
conversion
thing.
of Rome from a conquering empire into Vatican City, into a church.
Yeah.
I'm like,
1
I
minute.
have 1 fucking minute.
Yeah.
Do you know how dope I am for what I got out there?
That's
that you even
true.
know
It
what the
was
fuck
pretty
I'm talking
coherent.
about?
Yeah, it's a good. You laid out an actual storyline
In one
1 minute, and people were like, "There's so much missing information." Well, watch
Don't
the
listen
episode.
to these guys. They don't know. I'm like, hey, like, yeah, there's more to it. I promise. If you watch the episode,
There's
you'll
even
know.
some proof.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I love the people that are like, go read a book. Like, you mean the book you read 30 years ago? You
Yeah.
freaking moron!
Yeah.
Like, things change. Like, we we make discoveries, we learn, and we change. Science change. Archaeology is a form of
fact
science.
that all they're doing is like sort of fact checking dates. It's like, read a book. What do you mean read a book?
Yeah,
How do you think this knowledge came to be?
Yeah, you're
There's
missing-
research here, you
exactly,
fuck.
you're missing
And
a-
you even proved that we were on the right track, and because you just said we got dates wrong, but we didn't say any goddamn dates. Just because I edited it in a way, it seemed like everything happened in quick succession.
Right.
Because you're watching it in fucking quick succession, you
It's a
dumbass.
minute, yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't insert me saying, by the way, these events took place years apart. You fucking clowns.
Yeah, come on. We're talking about
Anyway,
an
love you guys.
entire conversion of an empire. It took a few
Hundreds of years. Yeah, you fucking goofs.
What can you do?
Yeah, God love them. I kill them with kindness. They're like, you're so fucking dumb. Oh, I hate you. I'm like, love you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we didn't. Hopefully, our next video you'll enjoy.
But I watched the whole thing and I commented. So it's like, what?
You were so close to being Kurt Russell. Just then.
I'll read the whole thing. You watch the video and you make a comment. I don't cheat the hangman.
Shoot the hangman. Wait, what are you inferring, sir?
I'm telling you right now, you don't watch the whole video. I'm gonna bring you to the hangman. Who's the hangman? I'm the hangman, obviously, and I get paid for hanging.
Hangman Mike.
Yeah.
I'll be a stuntman one day. Virgil.
I'm gonna narrate Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Why am I narrating?
I'm also a character. in the
Yeah, I
movie.
swear they had me narrate.
I'm Stuntman Bob or whatever. Anyway, genius. Well done, sir.
Genius.
I laid it, anything. It fits perfectly inside of there.
That's what she
so
said.
I reached out to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I've got something I want to introduce to you.
Oh, wow.
And it
What
was
did
only
he say?
36 pages. It was a
It's
treatise.
only 36 pages.
And I told him it was controversial.
Font
I
was
sent him
6.
over the 36-page thing that had the wave conjugations in it. He went
What are those?
on my treatise, wrote, redlined everything.
I love it. He read
know.
Attack that I had admitted
Dumb,
that I
wrong, incoherent.
Like a professor.
Yeah.
Victor Schauberger and
It makes sense that he did
He's
that.
dropping
though.
Schauberger. We spoke about him last
and
couple of
Tesla.
people that I looked up to. He attacked them,
No, he didn't.
but then he started attacking, the 1 × 1 = 2.
How did he attack?
Well,
them?
yeah.
Then he attacked Jesus Christ on there.
He's that Neil deGrasse.
He
a
asked if I
real
believed
piece of
in God.
shit. Yeah. I said yes. He said, "You fool," and backhanded me. I don't know, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Man.
He said if I had one wave to conjugate before I died, what wave would I conjugate? And I told him the platonic solids, and he wrote a big
I'm
red
stuck
line.
with platonic solids.
If you mention platonic solids one more time. Yeah. Come on.
Anyway,
No, I need to know what Neil deGrasse Tyson said to him, because come on, that's the perfect person.
So that was our
to
cast
weigh
on
in.
Black.
No. Neil, tell me.
He was because I asked him. I said under what conditions? I said it's illogical where the square root of a number added to itself will equal more than that number squared. How is it that multiplication, if it means to make more and increase a number?
No, that's not what it means.
See, here's the
How
thing
is
he
one
does,
time-
and he does this a lot.
Yeah.
Is he'll take like a term.
Words have more than one meaning.
Exactly. He'll take a term like he's like, what does magnify mean? Magnify means to increase. So how can a
So that can
magnet?
only mean that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So how can a magnet just be something that sticks to something else if it's not increasing anything? Nope.
Yeah,
you're mixing science and words and terminology.
Yes, English is confusing.
Yeah.
We have words
English
that mean
is
more
hard,
than
yeah.
one thing. Not
But if I say it's to magnify, then it has to be expanding. Nope.
okay.
No. Magnet and magnify. You're doing things wrong. Okay?
So when you say platonic solids, what are you saying if you're so literal?
Well, have you seen Back to the Future? So plutonium.
Two solids have like a friendship, but they're not like together.
Yeah.
Like they're not married.
Yeah, it's like a sugar baby situation.
It's a platonic relationship. Like they just go hang out at a bar together, but they don't kiss.
But one definitely has feelings for the other,
And then if you
And
add
you find out
magnify to it,
which means to expand.
then it could be more. Maybe it won't be platonic forever. Maybe they will get married.
Who are forever? Won't be
Forever.
platonic forever.
I like the accent.
Come on, man. That's like his kind of his
Hey,
hustle
man,
and flow
Hustle
thing.
Flow,
Yeah,
the best,
yeah.
best character. His best
Platonic solids, man.
yeah.
Hey, you ain't even know nothing about these platonic solids, man. That's a dumb bitch, man.
Times 1 = 1 part of the multiplication table. Now I understand
Platonic
that if you're
solids.
seeing it,
Those are my bout it, bitches.
Okay.
but we
all
call
right.
that once.
Everybody's got a
But
jab
the
of
moment
dream.
that you had that add the times in there, that multiplicative indicator, that means there is more than one. I believe that Sirius used to be a planet when it was here,
This
and the
is
humanoids
fascinating.
on there didn't recognize that we don't have a solid core. That particle accelerator, I believe they did the same thing, and they popped their planet. And it became that asteroid belt.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Just
Really?
take it- if
That's
you
a great
add
way
up
to
all
say
the
it.
Yeah, I know.
weight of-
All right, guys, start up the particle accelerator.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
They
believe.
popped.
So I believe they had similar stuff like we do, like a particle
They had
accelerator,
a CERN.
and they popped their planet.
Really?
Nah, it's drivel. This is nonsense.
They popped their planet, man.
Yeah.
They just popped that planet.
like they popped that pussy. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, you know I was going there. Come on. You felt it. All right.
The mass of those of the asteroids in the asteroid belt, it will probably equal the same mass
It will
as
probably-
that of Mars.
Okay.
And
Probably
now
won't.
we
Get to measuring.
4% of the universe is visible. 70% of it is dark energy, and 20
By the way,
something.
if you guys haven't noticed, you see the amount of editing I had to do to make this shit coherent? Like, that's literally why the show started late. I was still editing.
What the
It
hell?
took me forever.
Yeah.
What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah.
Good question, bud.
That's a great question in the chat.
Yeah, but Saturn, how Saturn was created, and that's sort of the electric blah, 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 blah theory.
Okay.
The electric platonic solid lateral movement theory.
All right, here we go.
Percent of it is dark matter, unperceivable things, and they say that's because they needed to figure out how would they get the spin and create and have
You got this. Come on, bro.
galaxy.
Rings?
That's
Oh,
why
okay.
I went on that at the Emmys, and I was like, look, I've got something else to do. I've been able to rebuild Saturn without gravity, with no animation, and then they clowned it.
Yeah.
And they clowned
They
it.
did.
Of course
This
they
is not
did. He
something
said.
that you could say in a
Imagine if
soundbite.
Joe got super real. Of course they did. You fucking idiot. Yeah.
I love that he's trying to stick with him here. He goes, "It's
Listen
not
to
something
this.
you can just say, in a soundbite."
Yeah, no, he even says, and that's why.
Yeah.
Right, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you.
And he says, I cut
Rebuild
it out.
Saturn
But he says, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I want to talk to you. He's like, this is stuff that shouldn't be taken lightly. And he's like, I appreciate you saying that. He's like, I don't know if you know what I mean. That I'm saying, we need to
Like,
hear you
you
out
need
because
to,
you
like,
need to
look into
explain
this.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You need to fucking explain
I
yourself.
rebuilt Saturn without no gravity, man.
Yeah, some crazy shit.
We don't need no gravity for Saturn, man.
Whip that planet, get him. Whip that planet, get him. It's all hustle and flow references. All right, sorry.
I'm barely hanging on.
No, you're not. No. Turn it up.
Every time I'm shrinking in this video, it's just like it doesn't like to do this.
It's the government.
Is it the
man.
codec?
I have no control over the computer.
Isn't that
Tab
fucking
does nothing,
weird,
Escape
though?
does nothing.
Yo.
Spacebar does nothing.
Maybe you dropped your computer.
Jamie.
I'm gonna try to.
Jamie, you need a burner computer.
It's actually a
Yeah,
3-hour
they don't
interview
want
given
their
live.
God killed. Gravity has been the thing they've been holding on to from the beginning, and it's just an effect of electricity. It's the draft left over by electricity.
And then
He's
when I hit
laughing.
play,
I know. These dumb motherfuckers don't understand. Yeah. But check this out. So this is literally.
Tyson.
Yeah. He says his name wrong like 3 times too. I cut it out because it was so rude.
Oh,
He's like
wow.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's like, you know, it's not deGrasse. You know, that's the Canadian show that Drake was on. But no. So check this out.
Okay.
This is literally no animation. It is. They took the physics of the electricity, the magnetism, all the
Okay.
shit he was talking about.
Yep.
And they put it into with the. What's it called? The
Simulator?
shapes. Yeah, the
Okay.
shapes that he came up with. So there's 16 of these shapes, and they put it in a simulator, and then they just hit play with no animation. This is just the simulation that would occur
Okay.
with these principles in
Conditions,
play.
okay.
With these conditions.
simulation. So there's no animations at all in this model.
And look what
is
happens
what
when they
pops
play.
out.
It's fucking nuts.
Holy fuck.
It's Saturn.
Wow.
No
And
gravity.
then when I look down at the
Yeah.
top, it makes the actual hexagon that NASA has observed on the top of Saturn.
Which I looked into,
So is he
and
So-
there actually is a hexagon on the top of Saturn. I didn't know that before. And it literally even recreates that.
That's cool.
Isn't that fucking crazy
Yeah.
fascinating?
So gravity, though, I'm not sure what that has to do with the creation of the planet.
So, well, basically,
Because
the
planets,
sun.
large objects,
So
have
here-
a gravitational
But
pull.
here's the mainstream thought: is that Big Bang, right? Suns, whatever.
and now it's a bunch
formed.
of gases.
Bunch of
then
gases,
they
and then what
compact.
happens is,
yeah.
something, piece of debris, whatever it is. So many things compact until a planet is basically formed.
Yeah.
Right? It's the density, so much density and gravity. And when you have dense and shapes, right? Planets.
Okay.
Take away gravity,
Yeah.
and you still get those. So they're basically assuming that you just need it's electrical discharge, and it's sort of something not coming from nothing. It's coming from this electrical discharge with the magnetism, and then it's as far as I don't know fucking shit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but as from what I could tell from watching the goddamn podcast.
It's an interesting theory, the electric universe theory. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that was something.
And, yeah, that's a thing. And that's like the ethereal energy, that 0-point energy that people are trying to tap into.
He talks about that too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the power behind the atom, or what powers atoms.
I kept a little bit of that in here. I didn't want it to be a 15-hour segment, but
Yeah.
So a little bit is in here. We're almost
saying
in the
that
end.
just by doing these calculations, it created the exact form of Saturn, including the rings?
Just the exact form.
Just with the
So you
calculations.
change the angles of incidence that these linchpins, because remember, each one of these has, these
just
are
cut it.
opposing vortices. So there's
like,
12
anyway.
vortices. So it's like right now, because I've discovered these wave conjugations, every
time he says
person on the planet that's been thinking about it will now have ideas concerning, but not just us, but all humanoids
This is the
throughout
shit.
the entire universe will now get that same resonance and be able to apply it like the experiments with the rats.
Right.
You teach a rat something here in London, and then in New York, you find the rats are doing the same thing.
Is that a thing?
That is a
Right.
thing.
Spontaneously, because of the morphic resonance, because we are all connected on this.
This is
ether,
straight
and
Billy
that
Carson shit.
waveform
Yeah.
that's the consciousness. We are all just one great being.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they forget. We're not separate. We're all, the universe is probably one cell inside of some super organism.
Right.
And we're
Possible.
just
Yeah.
Could be.
little who, little who's like Horton hears a who and trying to make sense of it. Everything is just one.
He went that over Grinch. Weird.
We're all God. That's what Jesus was talking about. That's what Buddha was talking about. It's recognizing the divinity in you. Everything in the universe, as above, so below, like Billy Carson always talks about. Because
So,
I think in the
It
previous
goes
lifetime,
Jesus,
Yeah.
Buddha, Billy Carson. according to
That's funny. Yeah.
I was supposed to do these things and I didn't. And that's why it's been so hard for me. And that's why I've pushed so hard to get these things out, because
So you felt like that, like from the womb.
from the womb, I had all the companies. If you look at the patent,
He brought it back
these
to
companies have all
Yeah.
earned, they have
So he says he came up with a patent,
Okay.
and that because of some nonsense, he never ended up going through with it or something, or owning it completely because lawyers or something. And then
Because
there's-
lawyers.
And then something, I don't know.
Well, I know if you file a patent for like something, and it there's some aspect of it that isn't real, they won't give you a patent for it.
That's maybe what happened.
Yeah, so
But-
you have to be able to prove that what you're patenting is actually.
Do you know what he
possible.
claims to have created?
I can't even
VR.
imagine.
VR. The technology for VR.
We already have virtual reality though.
Yeah, thanks to fucking Terrence Howard, bruh.
Oh, like in the past,
Yeah. It was one. He said it was his
in the
first patent, but
womb.
yeah. Duh.
Yeah. Wow. Wild.
So
Okay.
his first patent created VR. You're welcome.
This is a total like mind f that whole interview, but yeah, there's some fun stuff in there.
Cast on blast, ladies and gentlemen.
I like
Wild.
I like some of it.
I liked some of it. Just crazy, right?
Yeah,
There's
dude,
a
I
lot
love out of
there.
the box theories and ideas. Like he's not great at explaining some of them, but I love the idea of the different frequencies through the different elements and then
Yeah.
the relationships between them.
The
That's a
collective
cool-
consciousness. There's some cool thoughts there.
Yeah, I
The
like
creation of Saturn minus any gravity.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah,
But I
cool.
think they're using electricity and magnetism as gravity, sort of. You know what I mean? As the pulling and pushing motion. So
yeah, that's
they sort
that
of-
electric universe theory. It's really fun.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
But,
and it explains a lot of cool ancient stories, and it's fun.
it's cool.
There is a lab that claims to have recreated a or a solar system using the electric universe theory, only electricity
Crazy.
in a vacuum. They have not shown it to anyone though. That's the problem.
Wow.
They've made the claim that they did it.
Is
They
bullocks?
show that they can do it, but they haven't shown the scientific community or anyone outside of the company what they've created. So people are obviously skeptical that it's true. Of
course.
But they claim that using only electricity, they were able to recreate the Big Bang.
The Big Bang.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
It's wild.
So this could be real. This could be true. But until this company goes public and shares their science and for peer review, we don't know. But there is something to it. I love it.
No, yeah. The fact that that model even exists, I mean, that's pretty wild. So let's get back.
Yeah.
to super soldiers.
I want to watch some cool videos of real superheroes. And that's where I wanted to end our real super soldier segment for today. So there are a few exceptional people that either through genetic mutation or some other means have extraordinary abilities. And I want to show these people to you. These are real people. These are not fake videos. These are not edited videos. These people really have these abilities, and they are considered to me to be superhuman, and I think you'll agree.
Let's
talk about
LFG,
a character in Marvel Comics called Agent Zero.
Oh yeah, man.
This guy is extremely fast with any weapon, athletic. So
he's efficient with every gun.
With every weapon, and his thing is he's extremely fast and accurate, right?
Oh yeah.
I found a guy
Zero doesn't miss.
Very similar to Agent Zero. He is considered the fastest swordsman in the world. So this guy,
there was a video before that. Okay.
No, there shouldn't be.
Oh, did we already watch it? Hold on, this is what I had. Maybe I'm crazy.
Sure. It's a short.
Russian lawmakers told Russian newspaper.
So we already watched that.
Oh, did we already?
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind. Yeah. So yeah, then we.
This is it. The next one.
The person known as the fastest.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah. So we're right. So this guy's the fastest swordsman. So imagine to him, things probably move a little bit slower than they do for us because of what he's able to do. Look at how fast this guy is with this weapon, and it's an ancient art that he's the last of his clan to be taught this ancient art of the sword.
The person known as the fastest sword master in the world also possesses the ability to turn broken pencils into dangerous concealed
the pencil thing
weapons.
Is crazy.
Dude, no. I was just going to see
what he just did.
Yeah. First of all, the pencil thing is the coolest thing. He's Bullseye from Daredevil.
There you go. He could be Bullseye. Yeah, there's a few superheroes that he reminds me of.
Bullseye.
His proficiency, even Deadpool, his proficiency with the sword, the guy could probably cut bullets in half. He just dropped an apple, cut it in half, and resheathed his sword before we
That's
even
one of the most
saw what
amazing
happened.
things is how he could go, resheathing.
Yeah.
Here, let's watch it again.
Fastest sword master in the world also possesses the ability to turn broken pencils into dangerous concealed weapons. After the police watched his videos, they called him in to register. He is recognized as the last heir of the mowing art. In this art, it is believed that there is no room for a woman in a man's heart.
Dude, I watched that probably 30
recognized as the
times,
last
and it's
heir of the
legit.
mowing
It's
art.
legit.
In this art,
He's
it is
throwing
believed
pencils
that there
that
is
fast,
no
that
room
accurately.
for a woman in
But
a
how
man's
does he? Where is he keeping these fucking pencils? He had like 30 of
They're
them.
like in his belt or something, and he's pulling it, and that fast and that accurate. That is so superhuman.
fucking insane.
He's a real ninja, like legit, but like super ninja. He's Snake Eyes.
That's why. Was on Club Shay Shay. That's why what?
That's why he was on Club Station. I don't know. Maybe he's talking about Terrence Howard. I don't know. Or maybe this guy. I don't know.
Let me just put a letter here so we can see. That's why he was not on Club Shay Shay. Dude, so another great comment that I saw on that video, Terrence Howard JRE video, was he's like, I bet him and Katt Williams would just sit in a room together without saying a word and just nod and agree.
Him and Terrence Howard? Yeah. Of course. Yeah. They're very into the same
Man,
same
you
thing.
100% right.
Yeah.
You got it all figured out too, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Did you bring up the wave conjugation?
Yeah.
Hey, don't tell me you told Joe about the goddamn wave conjugations.
You know what this
You know
is?
his ass ain't ready for that.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
This is a platonic solid.
Exactly, yeah.
And I don't know if you know about platonic
If
solids.
you turn this into a 3D model, it would be a platonic solid with 3-wave conjugation.
Yeah. Basically how the universe was created, but you already knew that, didn't you, Terrence?
I already knew, man.
Yeah.
I already knew. You didn't even have to tell me, man.
Yeah.
I do have to tell you because
As soon as I
listen,
walked in the door, man, I saw that chain. I knew, man.
I thought to myself,
Fuck the platonic solid.
is that a platonic solid on his chest?
You know, that could create Saturn if you spun it fast enough.
Oh boy, do I know it. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's watch a ninja. Let's
Instead
watch
of not
real
talking, they did a
ninja.
lot of talking.
Yeah.
They talked about it all.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This
another comment that was great was on that comment somebody responded, no, they would just talk at each other at the same time.
yeah.
So wave conjugate and another.
Great. Great impression, Cam. Thank you, JB.
Dude,
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
the Katt Williams is dead on.
I appreciate
It's
it.
great. So yeah, is this guy superhuman or is this just the amount of hours that he put into this? Can anybody learn to do this? I don't know.
I don't know if anybody could.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Could you think of like Bert Kreischer being able to do
The
this?
reflexes are amazing. But continue. Yeah. Let's finish this.
Heart. And without a woman, there can be no sword in a heart. He can make lightning fast moves with his sword, cutting
And
everything
super
in less
dope
than a
TikToks.
second. He
Yeah.
can split an apple in half without blinking an eye. But what's truly terrifying is his
gosh.
ability to
How
swiftly
cool
and
is
flawlessly return his sword to its sheath.
It's so
Not only is his
wild.
swordsmanship exceptional, but his agility is also remarkable. He can perform a 270-degree turn instantly. His vision is razor sharp.
What?
Able to
Dude, he
deflect
just jumped like
hastily
6
show him
surroundings
running?
with a single
Yeah,
stroke of
this
his
shit.
sword.
Yeah.
Watching his skills is truly exciting. Don't forget to subscribe.
Look at the angle he's at.
Yeah.
Doing this for more than
So here
30
we go. So this next video, this is the fastest gun
In the West.
ever. This guy is ridiculous. So this again is a
I'll be the
superhuman
judge
skill.
of that.
He is able to shoot. So remember how these single action pistols work. You have to cock it, pull the trigger, cock it, pull the trigger. And you have to do that accurately. And he shoots, obviously you have to shoot from the hip if you're going to be that fast.
Yeah.
He's able to shoot 2 times and reholster within 1/10 of a second, which means
So our eyes can't even
by the
see
time you blink,
Yeah.
if you are in a gunfight with him and you blink, you are dead and your friend is
Twice
dead.
over, yeah.
2 people dead.
Yeah.
And he demonstrates that. Watch this. This
So-
is superhuman.
This is Agent Zero.
Again, the
2 of them
somebody
combined.
Yeah, with the guns for sure.
Yeah.
But a super soldier for sure. This guy could kill an entire
So that
room
was
of people
we just
before
saw
we could breathe.
Deadpool, and now we're fucking looking at Agent Zero.
There you go. Yeah.
Crazy. So now I can put him in the tags.
Nice.
No, YouTube will recognize the words.
Deadpool, Agent Zero. The YouTube algorithm doesn't give a fuck about Agent Zero.
1/10 of a second.
Just how fast? Thanks to slow motion, we're able
Look
to
at
time
it.
his
He's
draws to less
cocking,
than
pulling the
2/10
trigger, and
Is there
reholstering.
any accuracy
Fast,
happening
maybe.
though?
That's
Could he
what
hit
makes it
anything?
special.
Or anyone drawing that fast?
What the fuck?
Yeah. And this balloon didn't have a prayer.
That's just one
But
balloon.
Watch this.
Look at how far apart they are. Look at that.
Wait, what happened
They're
just now?
both in slow motion. In
Slow motion.
1/10 of a second, he fires off not
Boom,
one, but 2
boom.
shots,
Wait,
hitting both
Accurately.
balloons dead on.
Those are like 6 feet
Not
apart.
too many young gunslingers.
That was way more than 6 feet.
Yeah,
Even
so
as
he was
fast
able
as he
to
is,
cock
he
shoot,
says he would never have been a
holster
gunslinger
before we
in the
even
old West.
saw the first balloon explode. It looks like they simultaneously explode because of that. That's how fast he is.
That's way more than 6 feet. Because
1/10 of a
6
second.
feet is what here. See?
It's so dumb.
It's the same running.
Okay,
back. So
and then
6 feet.
so I think I got one last
So, yeah,
superhuman.
that's at least like 8 feet.
Yeah, I got one last superhuman, and he's my favorite.
Okay.
So this might be the real life
this is my
Doctor
boy.
Strange,
This is my boy.
if you will. So, or Shang-Chi,
This is
Iron Fist.
This is Iron Fist. This is who it is.
So this guy, he is part of another secret order that teaches how to harness chi, and he is a healer. This guy was found in the 70s, and they brought him to the town healer, and he can actually harness the electricity in his body and use it to heal people.
Yeah, that's insane.
But because he's able to do that, he can also use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
He can electrocute you with his hands by just harnessing chi.
Because that's what Einstein left out was electricity.
Yeah, electricity is what he left out. This guy has it. And he says anybody can learn to do this through meditation and focusing your energy. So he harnesses his energy and he can literally use it to electrocute you. What he can do with it is light things on fire. He can even stop bullets with his energy. So this is like a master of the mystic arts. And this guy this is not CGI. This is a real person who was
I know. I've
interviewed
seen this video.
multiple times, and this is a real art form that this secret order learned how to do. His master even told him after he did these videos that he was no longer allowed to show people what he could do ever again.
Yeah, he got in trouble.
He got in
Yeah.
a lot of trouble, and his master was dead when he told him this. He came to him in the ethereal plane during meditation to say, "Why did you show Westerners our art form?" But go ahead, play this video starting from
real quick,
416.
in the chat, there's
Yeah.
just some funny stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Given Life was like that ninja. He's like, that ninja's amazing. He's obviously trained from a kid. And then he said, my bad. That's training from the
Yeah,
womb.
starting in the womb for sure. Or the pencils at least.
And then Chase said in regards to you, when you said I got one last superhero, he's like fucking Nick Fury over here. I got one last superhero.
I'm putting together a team.
Yeah. I'm putting together a team.
Yeah. If we see a red sash,
we all kill him. All right. Let's watch.
So start at 4:16.
I first met.
Gives you enough.
I want to see his whole.
I
life
would
story.
if we had the time,
dude. We're gonna miss the fire.
No, we won't.
I just skipped it. Okay, dude.
No,
if it shows it again, you're saying
we could go back if we miss it. But
sometimes
the reason his
signs
arm
of
is
this
moving is because
passing
it's
energy can be
electricity
seen in the
going
transmitter,
running
too.
through his body.
Eek! I don't like that.
So he's showing it.
This chi stuff is only the surface, he says, of the real adventure beneath, in the meditational technique.
Watch this.
He just shoots people.
Projecting chi from the palm of the hand can also be used
this
to
is a
resist
rifle.
rifle pellets, he says.
He can stop bullets with chi. Yep. He's holding the bullet.
You learn to distinguish
Are
between
we
yin
certain
and
that's
yang.
real?
Oh yeah, he just shot a can to prove that it was a real rifle.
But in your navel chakra.
It's
Then
using
how to
energy as a
project
force.
it, he says.
So he stopped the
And it's
bullet
the
with his hand.
proportionate
Nick
mixture
fucking
between
Fury!
yin and yang which accounts for different effects, like pulling or pushing objects or igniting them.
Yeah, I love
Then he gets really strange.
the science behind it
He
to
says
them.
that mastering yin chi is the key to the spirit world.
So that's how he communicates.
There's a long tradition of Indonesian krisis being possessed by spirits. So people bring him their krisis to see if they're duds. Here, he says, he doesn't manipulate matter by projecting mixtures of yin and yang chi. He merely creates a field of yin energy, in which, he says, if there's a spirit, it can manifest itself.
What? Oh,
He's
God.
moving it with chi energy. So the fire thing, you should show that. If that, I thought it was after this.
So I invited
go
a
back
small
to.
group of scientists back from the United States.
Oh,
with
yeah, it
measuring
might be after this.
equipment.
Yeah, so they measure
To
his.
test if
So watch
DJ
when they
was for
electrocute.
real.
You can measure his electricity
if so,
that comes out of
where
his
Hold on,
body.
here's the fire thing.
Yeah, show that. This is crazy.
He goes, "Ugh," and it goes, yeah. You could tell. And his hand's like in the fire, burning.
Yeah.
And he's not reacting.
Isn't that wild?
Like, so clearly
When
he's
he
either
heard
like
and
immune to
showed
pain or he is creating
Yeah, there's like some
kind of
energy
force.
field around
Because,
him.
dude, his
Yeah.
hand's being burnt.
Yeah.
And he's not reacting at all.
Yeah, he does.
Footage in
There,
public.
if you
Look at
watch
that.
the full
Very
video, he
Look at
does
that.
a lot of
His
insane.
hand is on
all our
in the
future
fire.
efforts to
Yeah.
contact him again.
And he's fine.
As the years
When he touches
passed,
people and
he
they fly
sadly
across the
resigned
room,
himself.
it's the wildest. These are scientists that came out there to debunk it and to measure his electricity. You see the meters jump
Craig
off the
is the
scales.
first guinea pig, and he's uncomfortable about showing that he can feel anything at all.
Look at
Dr. Roger doesn't know what to expect.
He can shoot it out his belly.
Oh, okay.
Watch, see? He electrocutes him by just touching it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's like,
Out
wait, what
comes
the
metal
fudge?
detector.
Let's see that
like
again.
The effect.
So he's just touching his stomach, and he pushes his chi out through his stomach.
Whoa. That's not acting, bro.
Isn't that
Comes the metal
crazy?
detector. Like
So
the
now
things
they're
they
trying to
It's
measure
Electro
it.
from Spider-Man, GL said. Fuck
There you
yeah.
go. Yeah.
use in
Oh, yeah,
airports
that's a good one.
to
That's a
see
great
if he
one.
has any concealed metal in his body.
It's my
Then the
birthday today.
voltmeter
I'm
to try and
Electro.
measure the chi, but how to get it to work.
Spider-Man's
Where's
my
the
best
ground?
friend. Remember, he saw me on the road that one day.
They fucking ruined Electro in that movie. But they made him dope in No Way Home.
No, yeah, No Way Home. He's so good.
He was hilarious. He's like,
No, he got something back there. Are those your Legos? That's
Yeah.
the best line in the movie.
no, the
dude.
best might be, no, the best might be, he's like, man, all the possibilities here. What, in the condo? Yeah, the condo. I like,
Yeah, I like the
open
floor
floor plan.
Yeah.
No, I mean this world.
It's just funny. He's like, okay, this is going to dissipate all of the electricity in your body. Well, not all of it because you need, for your brain function and
Yeah.
whatnot. Are those your Legos?
Dude, Jamie's just great.
So
man.
please, this guy's named Dynamo Jack.
Rest
There's
in
a
peace,
full
Jamie
documentary about
Foxx.
him and his order and their meditation and how they focus their chi.
But
this
Jamie's
is
clone is
attainable.
dope.
This is real superhuman stuff that he can do that he says anyone can learn to do if you learn how to meditate and focus chi. There's people that do Kundalini yoga that say that they can recreate DMT experiences through meditation. This guy can electrocute you. Or he can heal you. He can heal your body. He can move objects with the force that he creates with his chi.
Use the force.
Come on. That's a superhero.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Use the force.
I would put this whole team
What's this guy's
together,
name?
and then I'd have Darren Brown as my last member. If you had Darren Brown,
man.
Dynamo Jack, the sharpshooter, and the ninja, you could do anything. You go anywhere.
That's Team X or
the
whatever.
Dark Avengers, or
That's Team X.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, that's dope.
What do you need? What do you need done? Dude, that's the A team right there. That's so sick.
Yeah, Darren Brown's like, I don't know if I fit in here.
He helps you get in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then he's like, you're thinking of letting us in the door.
passcode and everything is there. Okay, 973. Thank you very much. And yeah, we have some guards.
But the guy with the chi fucking stops it like the invisible.
He
Woman
just touches them and they fall asleep and stuff. Like, dude, chi powers
through his stomach. He
interesting.
just
yeah. Put your hands behind your back. Yeah, they go to arrest him.
Who wins? These guys or Navy SEAL squad? Oh fuck, Navy SEAL squad.
No, not against that other guy. If they have a quicker draw than him,
Well,
he could kill how many people?
And the
before-
ninja.
Yeah.
The ninja fucking running this son.
Yeah. How fast can you pull that gun up before that guy's already shot
And
you?
how many pencils would you have in your neck?
Yeah, dude, they're the
They're
A-team.
beasts. Yeah, they're
good
demons.
luck.
They're
You have to get the
demons.
drop on them,
Yeah.
and then Darren Brown would stop that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
wait, over here. You looking over here? What? And then we're.
No, I'm shooting over here. No.
And you were here for what reason again? What reason were you here? Oh, you don't remember what you were here for?
To shoot my team.
Yeah, right. There it goes.
Yeah.
Good. Well done. Thank you.
Yeah, he
The other
shakes his
guy
hand.
walks off a building.
And then fucking guy hits him from like 20 miles.
A colonel walks in and orders them all to lay their guns down. And I met him at a cafe yesterday and planted the memory that he would do this.
Yeah. You want us to kill your whole squad? Anyway.
The A-team.
So who would win? Navy SEAL squad or these guys?
I think these guys have superpowers.
But they need good leadership. They need to be a unit to fight as one.
Yeah, who could that be? Kurt Russell.
To run them?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, Kurt Russell's always a good idea.
Yeah.
But is there somebody in real life that would be like a good team?
Yeah, who could manage?
Darren Brown
Who could be the
might
Nick
be good.
Fury?
But we need a Nick Fury.
Yeah, who could be the Nick Fury of this A-team?
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
If that's what you're asking.
Oh, yeah, okay. There you go.
No, who could we have?
Dude, I don't know. You'd have to have somebody that was like a Nick
Yeah.
Fury type.
Somebody who has
Real life
has
Nick
respect, and like people. Oh, I got it. Goggins. Not Goggins. David. That fucking dope black dude who says all the cool shit.
What?
The guy. He was an ex-Navy SEAL, and guys, chat, help me out here. David Goggins.
That's a name, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's like you wake up in the morning and you fucking do your workout and you do this because you're a man and you want to be.
Yeah.
He's like a hard motherfucker.
Okay,
and,
there you
and
go.
people would listen to him.
Yeah.
he has a voice.
Or
so.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah. God damn it, you're all gonna. I don't know how he sounds.
Yeah. No, he just does the look. Just gives him the look.
Doesn't he just laugh? David Goggins. Yeah. Okay. Higgins. David Higgins. I don't know. I think you meant Goggins, or I'm wrong. Anyway, let's go. Let's see what
Arthur
we
C.
got.
Clarke. Okay.
Okay.
That's all I got from my superhumans. Actually, there's a lot more. These are just a few.
Really?
There are some really amazing people out there that have genetic enhancements that they were born with. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have genetic enhancements that we're going to be able to give our children not too far from now because it's already been done in China. So get ready.
Yeah, David Goggins. He's the guy that puts together a team to beat the Avengers. Yeah.
Nice.
That's so great. But so that's it. That's the end of that video.
That's
all
the
we
end.
needed to see.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Master
dude.
of the Mystic Arts.
Well, I love it. From Jared.
Yeah. Thank you, chat. You guys are the best always. If you liked this topic, let us know. Superhuman stuff is always fun. Tell us who your favorite character was, who your favorite superhuman was, which powers did you want. Like, subscribe. Any topic ideas, things you want us to touch on, let us know. We appreciate that. Thank you, Tina.
Tina with the super sticker.
Superhero. I like like it. It's perfect. Very fitting. Thank you so much. We appreciate you all so much. Love you guys. See you in the next one.
Yeah, we do. Everything Jared said, ×2. Yeah, thank you guys. Like, subscribe. Chapters, they'll be there, so if you want to just skip ahead, skip backward, it's all up to you. Enjoy the episode as you please. Tina, thank you so much. D. Lavar, thank you. Felicity, Chase, GL, always. You guys fucking rock. We appreciate you. I'm releasing a video Thursday at 5. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's fun. And then we got more videos coming out next week. And then, of course, we'll see you on Tuesday. Love you guys so much. Thank you, as always. Like, subscribe. We love you so much. Love you guys. Later. Yes.
Swear to God. Out.